division play, starting with Boston. It's a chance for the Orioles to gain ground with some of their strength back, including Matt Wieters behind the plate. Welcome back to Camden. Red Sox next. It's the Orioles on Bassett, and back home come the Birds after a day off yesterday. An 8-game homestand where the Orioles hope to make some hay in the division, starting with this series against the Red Sox, Game 1 on this beautiful early summer evening here at Camden Yards. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. For the Orioles against the Red Sox this year, they own a 4-3 edge, but this has been a homer series. 19 combined home runs in 7 games for these two teams. The Red Sox come in having won 3 in a row. Their bats are picking up. The Orioles come off a 3-4 road trip. Their offense also hoping to pick up, especially with the addition of Matt Wieters, and maybe with the addition for a long time for Nolan Reimold. He is back tonight and will make the start in left field. Why? Because the Oriole numbers there are not good, and nobody has latched onto that position. The batting average for left fielders who have played this year for the O's is 12th. Home runs tied for 12th. RBIs next to last. OPS 13th. And extra base hits 14th. So, can Nolan Reimold pick those numbers up? Here are the numbers at the major league level. 315 games, 251 average. He's got power, 44 home runs, 139 RBIs, and an OPS of 762. His last major league game, September 19, 2014. Nolan Ryan not only back with the Orioles, but Mike Bordick back with the big club and a chance to take left field.
Well, a pretty exciting time for Nolan Reimold. He has been struggling the last few years with some serious injuries. Achilles problems, of course, the neck surgery, had to go back in there twice to fix that problem. So it's great to see him getting called back up, and he was doing a great job in AAA. I think the fact that he's healthy, able to repeat the at-bats, really got to show everybody what Nolan Reimold's all about. When he burst on the season in 2009, everybody's saying, my gosh, what kind of numbers is this guy going to potentially put up? I think he had 15 home runs in 2009, and then the injuries started mounting, and then there were some problems, and he couldn't overcome them. So it's good to see the health there, and I think the Orioles really need this type of boost. He is a very athletic, full of energy guy. He's 6'4", 210. I mean, this guy can move around. He's like Adam Jones out there. So good defender, good arm. They need his bat, though, because the weakness they've had this season.
And right field, Delmon Young has given them the numbers there, but in left field, yet to find somebody who's going to play on a daily basis. Will it be Nolan Reimold? He gets a chance tonight. by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by your local Mercedes dealership. It is a gorgeous night here in Baltimore. Lots and lots of clear skies and a little breeze blowing out. Take a look at our BGE home game time temperature. It's going to be 82 degrees. BGE Home is Baltimore's home team for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Why would you call anyone else? Starting lineup for the Red Sox, and they are hitting. Pedroia's moved into that leadoff spot. Holt to number 2. Then Ramirez, Ortiz, Napoli, Sandoval back after missing a couple. Bogaerts has got a hot bat. Betts and SWIHART has taken over the catching duties. Ramirez against the O's this year. Those are powerful numbers.
Yeah, let's take a look at Miguel Gonzalez's pitch arsenal this season. 59% fastballs. Of course, when he's on with the fastball, able to locate it in and out. Good velocity this year, 92 to 93 consistently. The breaking ball has a slow curve and the hard slider 28% of the time. Of course, that changed the nasty split finger. 5 wins on the year for Miguel, 3.54 earned run average. 54 hits given up in 68 2/3 innings of work. The opponent's hitting .215 overall. 41% ground ball outs and 59% fly ball outs. That's hurt him here recently. 3 home runs in his last start.
And here is Pedroia, the leadoff hitter. And Pedroia certainly has taken to that spot, a spot that over the years he said he's not particularly enamored with, batting leadoff. The Red Sox are certainly enamored with him hitting in the leadoff spot. Pitch to him will be taken for a strike. For Pedroia coming into the ball game, he's got the #1 batting average in the month of June in the American League, and there it is at 483, a homer, 2 RBIs, and those are in the leadoff spot. He'll go after that one, put it up in the air to left center field. Wouldn't you know it? First game back, Nolan Reimold moves over, puts it away. It'll find you.
You got that right. Yeah, Nolan Reimold making that first out. Here's a look at the rest of the Orioles defense. Jones and Young joining Nolan in the outfield. Hardy and Flaherty up the middle. Machado and Pierce on the corners. And Matt Wieters behind the plate. First start at home this year for Matt.
And there is Nolan. Yeah. And we showed you the major league numbers. Minor league, 276 average, 100 home runs, 629 minor league games. He had 355 minor league RBIs. I mean, there's no, he's either here or he's not and gone, because there's nothing left to be proven at the minor league level for Nolan Reimold.
Yeah, I think this is his opportunity right now. And he's proven that he belongs here. He worked hard to get back. He showed by the numbers he was putting up in AAA. Give him a shot right now. He could be the answer. He could be the guy that the Orioles are looking for to turn this team around.
Yep. Here is Brock Holt. This is kind of a new top of the order for the Red Sox, who have struggled offensively this year overall. Holt's got a 3-game hit streak coming on. He is 3 for 10 lifetime against Gonzalez. Delivery on the way by Miguel. That is an inside fist shot to short, and he's retired, and they're 2 down.
Go a couple quick easy outs for Miguel Gonzalez early on in ball games. Typically the hard time for Miguel to get through, but a couple quick outs and very efficient work. The top of this lineup has really kind of been propelling this Red Sox lineup, so good start.
7 runs in the first inning is the most runs of any inning for Miguel Gonzalez this season. Ones that have bothered him. Here's Hanley Ramirez. Talk about bothering you. He's bothering the Orioles. He's 8 for 25 with 4 home runs and 8 RBIs this year against the Orioles. I mean, massive numbers in the first 7 games that these teams have played. He's had 2 home runs off Gonzalez, 3 for 6 in his career. And you see he's one of the real hot bats in this lineup, hitting .500 over the last 3 games. Yeah, Dallas has got a lineup that's got some pop in it right now. He's got to try and settle down here. 0-1 count on Ramirez. He'll go after it and foul it away.
Well, you know, Miguel has thrown the ball very well this year. He's pitched deep in the ball games. Home runs have hurt him before in the past, but he's typically giving up the solo variety. And that's what he did in his last start. Pitched very strong, got deep into the ball game. He gave up 3 solo home runs. He has to be careful. Obviously, a lot of power on this team. Ramirez has got him before, so continue to execute the good pitches. Don't give up or lose concentration on one.
Infield shifts to play him to pull on the count, and it will be fouled off. For Gonzalez against Boston, he had back-to-back starts against them on the 19th and the 24th of April. He won the first game, 3 runs, 5 hits over 5, non-decisioned in the second game, giving up 4 runs, 8 hits, 6 innings. Ramirez, the first inning home run, a 3-run homer in the first inning. In the first game Gonzalez faced the Red Sox this year. And he'll chop that one towards second base. Ryan Flaherty's there. And a very solid start. A 1-2-3 inning, and he did it in a hurry. The Orioles lineup when we come back. And fans on hand to enjoy this one right behind the dugout. Take a look at the old starting lineup brought to you by Southwest. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Machado, Young, and Jones. Wieters, Davis, and Reimold. Pierce, Hardy, and Flaherty. This season against Boston, Adam has been the best of the O's.
Now let's take a look at Eduardo Rodriguez's pitch arsenal this season. Now this will be his 3rd start, but 83% fastballs, and it's a good one. Varies from 91 to 96. Breaking ball is the slider 9% of the time. The changeup, she has been developing just 8%. 2-0 with a .61 earned run average. 14 punch-outs, just 4 walks on the year for Rodriguez. So not intimidated at all. Very aggressive. Just a 102 overall batting average as well.
And he works in a hurry. Inside corner strike. Manny Machado will take it 0-2.
A good arm. At one time considered one of the top prospects for the Orioles. Of course, the Orioles traded him away for Andrew Miller last year. So take them to the promised land.
Yep. Rodriguez, they really hated, the Orioles did let him go. Buck Showalter very high on him while he was in the organization, kept track of him. But Orioles went for the big arm out of the bullpen in Andrew Miller. And you, as the Orioles said, you got to give to get. And so they went for the win, and now in the long term should be a good deal for the Red Sox. Orioles unable to sign Miller. That's up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. So Manny Machado starts it out with a single for the Orioles.
Beautiful swing by Manny there, taking it right back through the box. Take a look at the Red Sox defense. Ramirez, Betts, and Holt in the outfield. Bogaerts and Pedroia up the middle. Sandoval over at third, Napoli at first, and SWIHART, the rookie, continues to catch for the Red Sox.
Delmon Young in the number 2 spot. Orioles getting some great right field production, and Delmon's number is certainly a major part of that. And now kind of anchored in right field. He will take the pitch for a strike. Delmon's gone 5 for 14 against the Red Sox this year, but he has 5 RBIs against them. So good numbers against Boston on the season. Left-hander Rodriguez, just 22 years old. A look to Machado. Pitch on the way. Had him timing off on that one, and Young out in front of it 0-2.
Well, Rodriguez was doing a pretty good job in AAA Pawtucket. Had 4 wins, 2.98 earned run average, and was called up because they had such a stretch of games. Now the Orioles have had that as well, but I think they were playing 20 straight, so they needed some help. They actually went to a 6-man rotation. And they said, hey, this guy's too good. Let's stick with him.
And, Mike, they need help. I mean, this Red Sox team, incredibly, has the highest ERA in the American League for their entire staff and for their starters. Now, that's changed over the last 3 weeks. But on the season, they are the highest ERA in the league. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Manny, a good lead over there. Young will take it on the outside corner, and he's a strikeout victim. That's 15 strikeouts in 15 innings for Rodriguez this year.
Well, Delmon Young, the veteran right-handed hitter, does not like that. Certainly well aware of his own strike zone. Take a look. Unbelievable fastball, 94. That is a pitcher's pitch, but yeah, it's off the plate. No plate umpire is going to be calling those. Orioles offense has to expand just a little.
So he gets the K, and that'll bring up Adam Jones. We showed you the numbers Adam has put up. 9 home runs, 311 average. Home runs starting to come for him after a real dry spell in the month of May. 5-game hit streak coming into this ball game, and big numbers against the Red Sox in the year. Pitch on the way to him. First ball hitting down the line, right field, in the corner, and it'll be a foul ball. Well, we talked about the trade bringing Miller over. Rodriguez going to the Red Sox. Buck Showalter was asked today about that. This is what Buck said pregame.
We knew exactly what we were giving up for Andrew, and we knew it was going to be really hard to sign Andrew. But we felt it was very fair to the fans, the players, organization, everybody to take a shot at it. We knew what we were giving up.
That's a no-doubter to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to do that. The Orioles put themselves in a great position last year. I mean, they really virtually walked away with the American League East, and because of the back end of that bullpen, adding Miller, they were a World Series favorite in my mind. I mean, they had it all.
And Buck said today there was hope that Miller could be signed. I mean, they hoped they were going to be able to keep him.
Sure.
But the money just got too high and couldn't do it. But he wasn't taken on as a hired gun initially. 1 ball, 1 strike count, throw over, and Manny Machado back. For Rodriguez, he has put up great numbers in the Red Sox organization since leaving Baltimore. 9-4, his combined minor league, major league record with a 1.97 ERA. And last season he split between Double-A Eastern with the Orioles at Bowie and with Portland in Portland, Maine, and Double-A. 1 ball, 1 strike, delivery on the way to Jones. Checks, and the pitch is going to miss outside. So Adam will get ahead 2-1.
And that's a good look at his 4-seam fastball. He's been throwing at 94, 95 miles an hour to this point. Pretty good location there, trying to paint on the outside corner, but a real good changeup that he's been developing. And this was the year, I think, that took hold for him, and that's why he's at the major league level this year. 2
ball, 1 strike count. Look to Machado, long look down to third, got way out in front of that at 85 miles an hour. Adam Jones is hot.
He has been red hot. 5-game hit streak, 476, 3 homers, 4 RBI. Now this is what we saw through the whole month of April, but a little cool down in May. But Adam Jones is back, and he is really setting the pace for this Orioles offense. 3 out of their 4 wins. Adam Jones, a huge contributor.
He's got the 4th best batting average against left-handed pitchers in the league at 371 off lefties. Machado drawing some attention in the 2-2, and he's worked him full. The Orioles glad to be back home. Offensively, they've been better here. They're a game above 500 at home, 11-18 on the road. They've hit 269 at home, 236 on the road, and with only a 2-game difference, they've scored 30 more runs at home than they have on the road, and they've played 2 more games on the road than they have at home. 3 ball, 2 strike count. See if Machado goes here with 1 down. He is not. Jones will take, and he is on.
Great at bat right there for Adam Jones. You can tell he's locked in. Nice quiet takes on some tough pitches from Rodriguez. Put a little pressure on him here.
Here's Matt back home.
Definitely a fan favorite, and of course the fans love the fact that he's finally back on the field after that long grind after the elbow surgery. A great series in Cleveland, really kind of sparked this team, and I think it's going to carry over. I mean, he is one of those great veteran players that this team looks to for leadership, and it's the quiet type. You know, you feel more comfortable with him in the lineup.
Fouls that one back, and for Matt Wieters, the return puts him behind the plate and in a DH role. How about those numbers for the first 3?
Did a little bit of everything. Now, first 3 games, that 417 average, home run and a triple, 3 RBIs, going the other way, doing it all. Now, last season, before he went on the shelf, he was swinging it from both sides of the plate. Pretty impressive stuff. So, not looking to pick that up.
Big chance right here. Pitch will be taken inside. First and second. Only one down. First inning. Matt Wieters gets an RBI opportunity right away in his first at bat in the ball game. Matt last year had a very solid .357 average with runners in scoring position, but had only 28 at bats in these situations. That's a safety swing right there, and he fouls it off. Pitch that was away from him, and a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Matt.
Now the changeup, 87 miles an hour, a little bit firm, but has nice fade action, and that's what got Wieters right there. The two-seam fastball looks a lot like the change right at the end. That little fade gets the hitter to kind of protect a little, and Matt did a nice job. You get a piece of that.
Matt's career numbers here at home. He's a .262 lifetime hitter in this ballpark. 47 home runs. 1-ball, 2-strike count. And a great breaking ball came down and in and got him.
Well, Rodriguez has been pretty impressive working both sides of the plate. Not a lot of pitches in the middle here. Change up prior to this pitch, and the hard slider burying it down and in. Pretty nice job from the 22-year-old left-hander.
He has been so good. He is the first pitcher since 1900 to go 7 innings in his first 2 starts, allowing 3 hits or fewer and 1 earned run or fewer. Since 1900. 2 down. Davis will take the pitch for a strike. Chris Davis also big numbers against the Red Sox. He's gone 9 for 26 this year. He's had 3 home runs against Boston and 8 RBIs in 7 games. And he's got a chance to add to it right here. 0-1 count, 2 down. And he'll take the pitch away. Who's hot? Who's not? Brought to you by American Standard. Celebrate the season, the American Standard All-Star Event. Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com for amazing rebate and financing opportunities.
Well, Chris Davis red hot against the Red Sox. 346, 3 homers, 8 RBIs this season. But Ortiz, last 4 games, just 1 for 14, 4 punch-outs.
Little breaking ball is going to miss outside. And Chris gets the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. There is David Ortiz in the lineup. We'll talk about him as we go through the game tonight, including some comments he made regarding being, quote, washed up. 2-ball, 1 strike count with 2 down. Manny Machado at second base. Jones at first. Pick off on Machado. Sneaking in. Bogaerts from behind, the shortstop. And he had walked off a pretty good lead out there. The one word used by both managers in this game regarding Rodriguez tonight, poise. But Showalter was talking about him separate from John Farrell. Neither knew the other was making the comment, and they both said such poise for such a young pitcher. 2-1 delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss at 94.
Yeah, pretty good fastball right there, painted once again on the outside corner. Rodriguez showed that poise a couple years ago when he first came to big league camp, and I think that's what really caught everybody's attention. They love to see that. Of course, the size matters and velocity coming out of the arm, but how does a young guy handle himself on the mound? And he has the qualities.
Trying to get out of the inning. 2-2, 2 down, 2 on. Davis will take it. Just missed. Rodriguez hoping for a call, didn't get it. So the runners will go. Machado at second base, Jones at first, and Matt Wieters with an opportunity for Davis with an opportunity for a couple of RBIs right here with the runners going. Outfield deep, swung around to left, and not the big shift in the infield. It kept Bogaerts over there behind second base. 3-ball, 2-strike count. Ooh, hit him. I guess hoping to catch Manny leaning and trying to gain an extra step.
Yeah, well, Manny stealing some bases this year, so a couple pickoff attempts there at second base. The quick spin move and catches Manny square in the back.
It's a tough way to get hit by a pitch, isn't
right?
it? Oh, that's got some velocity on it. A little smirk there by Manny, but didn't feel all that good, actually. 3-2 count. Rodriguez delivers. Davis swings and will foul it back. And a souvenir for the folks. So the Orioles making him work here in this first inning. That's 25 pitches. That's a couple innings worth for the way he's been throwing. Both bullpens, of course, rested for this ball game as both teams had the day off yesterday. 3-2 delivery coming again. Bogarts holding Machado close at second. Pitch on the way. Davis again shatters the bat, fouls it back. That one into splinters.
95 riding in on the hands, and Rodriguez continuing to pump that good fastball in there. And I'm sure this Orioles team, who is very much considered a fastball hitting team, probably pretty excited about this opportunity. Some pretty good numbers against lefty pitchers. So a tee up on the fastball. I think Rodriguez, like many pitchers, have had to change their styles coming in here playing this Orioles offense. See a lot more breaking balls, change ups against this team, but Rodriguez is still a young pitcher, so he's probably going to stick primarily to his strength, which is that fastball.
Davis, real good against left-handers, 298. 3-2 for the third time, and this one's put him in the air to left field. Ramirez started back, but he'll come back, and he will put it away. No runs on one hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. Orioles, Red Sox, no score after 1. Go to our Major League Notebook, worth repeating. David Ortiz told WEEI in Boston, when asked, I'm not washed up. I guarantee you that. I can wake up and hit, bro. That's my nature. I'm not washed up. I was asked on camera the other day if I was washed up, and I pretty much didn't react to it, but I thought it was very disrespectful. He said, you don't disrespect like that. You know what I'm saying? That tells me how things are around here. People forget too fast, and I don't think it's right. David Ortiz.
Well, I'll tell you, well, he speaks his mind, that's for sure. And you cannot look past the fact that David Ortiz has been a monster since he's been with the Red Sox. He had 50 homers one year. He's never hit under 20 home runs. And even there was a year back in 2009 when he was struggling early on. He had to go get his eyes checked, use some eye drops, ended up hitting 23 or 26 home runs that year. So he will do the damage. He's off to a slow start for sure.
And he starts with a base hit here. So Ortiz on leadoff single. He is now 3 for 11 with a home run lifetime off Gonzalez. That is the Red Sox first hit. Their DH is on.
Pretty good pass here. Right back through the middle. A lot of times power hitters need to make those adjustments. Get back to the fundamentals, the basics of the game before they can get the bat head to that home run swing.
So that puts a runner on to lead off against Gonzalez. Will be Napoli, and then Sandoval will be due up for the Red Sox. Napoli has always been a problem for the Orioles. He's 5 for 27 this year with a homer, 3 RBIs. Not big numbers overall, hitting just .212 on the year, but something happens to Mike Napoli when he plays against the Red Sox, against the Orioles, including in this ballpark. He carries a .266 career average here in this ballpark.
You see his power zone right there. Likes it up and out over, preferably middle, but pretty good ability to expand into the top of the zone.
1-0 count. Infield will shade him to pull, and the pitch by Gonzalez will miss, and the count goes to 2-0. Gonzalez with that 5-1 mark lifetime against the Red Sox. Very solid performances against them. 10 career appearances, 8 as a starter. His ERA is 3.17 lifetime against Boston. Pitch on the way, and that'll be foul back.
Pretty healthy cut right there from Napoli, going after his 10th home run of the season, falling behind. The power hitter letting one fly. Pretty much center cut fastball there from Gonzalez.
So what the Orioles face here with the Red Sox coming in, they are 10th in average, 12th in runs. As I mentioned, their ERA is dead last. Their starter ERA is last. Their bullpen is 9th. John Farrell's team 27-31, tied with the Orioles for 4th in the American League East. And Gonzalez gets it in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nothing changing. The American League East standings are what they are. That's 5 teams separated by 5.5 games. So all of these division games in particular matter so much to division teams. 2-2 count. Ortiz off first base and foul.
Coming after him with the fastball there. Yeah, you know what? I mean, this is a huge series, home series for the Orioles. They play well here. They have an opportunity to get the Red Sox below them. You mentioned they're even up right now. Both teams coming in pretty hot. I mean, the Red Sox, their first sweep this year against the Oakland A's. So they're feeling pretty good. Their offense is starting to pick it up. They've had 4 straight games with 10 or more hits. So that's a good sign for the Red Sox. And then on the Orioles, they won the last 3 out of 4 games on a pretty tough road trip. After starting really hard against the Houston Astros, things started to come together. They're getting their health back. Wieters behind the plate. Hardy out at shortstop. Reinhold out in left field. So this could be one of those turning series that we may look back at and say, wow, that's when the Orioles or the Red Sox made a move, because both are playing good and they could really make some separation or gain ground, especially after they get done with the Red Sox. The Yankees come into town.
3 against Boston, 3 against the Yankees, and 2 against Philadelphia in interleague play in this homestand. Nolan Reinhold, of course, joining the Orioles for this ball game. The Orioles had to make a roster change in order to get there, so Cabral, the reliever, was sent down just before the game today. He made 2 appearances with the Orioles, 2 scoreless appearances, and he got him. So Napoli will go down, and there's the first strikeout for Gonzalez.
Boy, Miguel had to work for this, but finishes him off with a very good fastball riding in, catching that upper quadrant. Matt Wieters locking it up there. Very limited glove movement, and he gets that 3rd strike call. I think Napoli taking some healthy cuts, but Miguel able to finish him off without a swing.
That'll bring up Sandoval. For Pablo Sandoval, it's been a tough start. 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. Average at 244. He was given a couple of days off just for a little rest. When they played Friday, Saturday in Oakland, he did play Sunday, went 2 for 4. Last 7, batting just .125. And I think fair to say a major disappointment at this point, because he was really looked at as someone who was going to add to what was supposed to be an already pretty potent offense, and it just hasn't worked out that way yet.
Yeah, he is definitely one of the big names. It's tough. You want to do a lot when you get brought over. Obviously, pretty good track record that Sandoval has. Some World Series rings that he can wear. So Red Sox bringing him over and all of his success, hoping that he might be one of the guys that is a key contributor. But yeah, very slow start. Sometimes hard to dig yourself out of it, especially with a new team.
He went around on that one. He was going to give it a big cut, tried to hold up, and had no chance. And a 1-2 count.
And a lot of times when you struggle, you end up kind of swinging at the ball just out of the pitcher's hand, and instead of tracking it in, they're starting too soon and swinging at a ball way up and out of the strike zone.
Sandoval, a couple of hits and 5 lifetime at bats against Gonzalez. Ortiz is at first, and that's foul right back into the screen. He entered the season with a .294 career major league batting average. All of that coming, of course, with the San Francisco Giants. So his numbers were, for his career, absolutely outstanding. And then free agent signee by Boston after they decided Middlebrooks was not going to be their answer at third base. 1 ball, 2 strike count, and Sandoval will pop that one up center field. Adam Jones under it will put it away. Ortiz still at first. Now there are 2 down. Celebrate summer at Oriole Park by picking up the new Birdland Summer 6-pack. Choose any 6 remaining games. Savings up to 20% off the cost of single game tickets, and you build the plan. Great rivalry games, popular promotions like bobblehead dates, t-shirt night, fireworks. Your choice. For details, Orioles.com/6-pack. Boy, what a night to be out of the ballpark. 82 degrees, humidity down, a little breeze. Boy, couldn't be much nicer for a ball game. Xander Bogaerts up. He's carrying a hot bat. And the pitch will be taken for a ball. Bogaerts, too, has struggled offensively, but he's had a hit 14 of his last 28. That's a 500. 500 average. Before that, he'd gone 0 for 16. He's really pumped the average up. 1-0 delivery on the way, and that's going to miss outside, doing 2-0.
Young players go through these roller coaster rides offensively. When they start to make an adjustment, then another team figures out, okay, he's doing this, let's attack him here. So there are going to be these ups and downs. I think every young player, it takes a little while before you can kind of even things out and understand what other teams are trying to do to you.
2-0 delivery on the way. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Young will chase it down. David Ortiz will stop at second base. So Bogaerts delivers a 2-out single, and the Red Sox, with a couple of hits here in the second inning, get 2 on and 2 down for Mookie Betts. Tough to get a run in off Gonzalez. He's been outstanding at holding teams down. His whip at 1.11 coming in is the best of his career to this point. He's going to try and get out of this inning, as Rodriguez did in the first, with Betts having a 3 for 9 and a home run lifetime offering. First and second, and you have a lumbering runner at second base in David Ortiz.
Yeah, you really have to be aware of that as an outfielder here. Understand that there isn't good speed, so good throws are crucial. Hit your cutoff man. Don't have to be overly aggressive.
Here's the 1-0 delivery to him. There goes another bat right into the screen. SWIHART, the on deck batter, the Red Sox catcher, that didn't miss him by a whole lot. He was near the on deck circle, and that's right where that bat went.
Already a couple swing and misses with bat tosses on the end from both teams.
Yikes. Betts has gone just 3 for 23 against the Orioles in the first 7 games. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery to him, and that's right there. Whatever he was looking for, that wasn't it, because that was pretty much down the pipe. 1-2.
Yeah, perfect pitch from Miguel Gonzalez. That's where you want to go. That is a go-to for most pitchers, down and away. And he dotted his spot.
Betts hitting just 182 in the month of June. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way to him, and a check swing on a ball that'll be taken down low. The Red Sox have had trouble getting people in, even when they get them on. They're 14th, next to last in the league for John Farrell's team, with runners in scoring position, hitting just .228. Gonzalez needing 1 more out to leave the 2 on. Ortiz off second, 2-2 delivery in the air, right center. Jones gives way. Young is there and will make the catch. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. 2 are left on base. Orioles will have Reimold up when we come back. for being selected. 500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight. Play baseball bucks scratch-offs. Win up to $50,000 or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/baseball. The welcome is for Nolan Reimold. Back in the Orioles Major League roster. Miners saw the numbers last year. Goes after the first pitch, and that one got SWIHART right there.
We'll take a look at Nolan Reimold. The home run swing, of course, great power. Has always possessed that. The unfortunate injuries, but look at the athleticism over the wall. Balls out of the yard, sliding catches. Also has a strong, accurate arm as well. So a lot of good things, hopefully, for Nolan Reimold.
And health. Keep your fingers crossed. Be with him. That's where the problem, as we talked about, has been just staying on the field for Nolan to have a chance to show what he's got. He started 35 games and left 9 as a DH for the Tides this year. He led Norfolk, what Mike was talking about, with 5 outfield assists. Big swing and a miss on Rodriguez at 93 miles an hour. 1-2 on Reimold.
A little located fastball up and in. You see the 80% fastball, so not really varying. They're being very aggressive with that pitch.
Ball in the air, left center field. Ramirez going over. He is there, and will put it away. Reimold retired, one away here in the second inning. At least for this year, Rodriguez has gone 50-50, limited, obviously, at bats against him as far as ground ball, fly balls are concerned. Gets the first out here, and it'll bring up Steve Pearce. Pearce getting the start at first base in this game, while Chris Davis is the designated hitter. Steve's gone 5 for 13 against Boston on the year. And the pitch taken down low for a ball from Rodriguez.
He'd like to stay hot against this Red Sox team. Another one of the players that just seems like right on the verge of breaking out and showing more consistency. Of course, the breakthrough season last year for Pearce, but good power numbers right now, but the batting average not up there.
Outside corner strike. A little better read on Rodriguez may be his minor league numbers against lefty righties, more at bats. Right-handers hit .252 against him, left-handers .249, so not much difference. Inside out as he comes in with a pretty good pitch. It looks like he's able to get that ball really down and in at a pretty good angle on right-handers, huh?
Well, he's a pretty big kid. You know, he's got a good body, nice downhill arm angle, and down and in is a very good pitch, obviously, for the lefty. Then he can back it up with that hard slider. And even away, he gets the fade action, so there's good movement on both sides of the plate.
And that pitch is going to miss. You were looking at Carl Willis, their pitching coach. The Red Sox, of course, changed pitching coaches this year. Juan Nieves had been there and was relieved early, and Carl Willis coming over to take over that job. 3-2 delivery on the way. Pearce will go the other way, and that's going to end up in the seats. 3-2 count.
Well, what makes a young pitcher like Rodriguez, you mentioned the poise, but this delivery is so clean and it's so repeatable. That's why he's having this early success. And really that's what catches the eyes, I think, of a lot of pitching coaches. And when you couple that with that presence on the mound, you know good things are going to come.
Came over the top on that one and missed. So the Orioles have been able to draw a couple of walks against him. He gave up only 4 in the first 14 innings he pitched. When the Orioles win, everyone wins. When the Orioles win and score 5 or more runs, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com by entering promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Valid at participating Baltimore area Papa John's. Hardy gets his first at bat against the Red Sox this year. He was out, not playing when the Orioles had the earlier games against Boston. JJ, 8 home runs lifetime against the Red Sox, just a .209 career batting average against Boston. We'll take that one down the line. A lot of foul balls by right-handers on late swings heading into the seats down the right field line so far.
Yeah, a lot has to do with the location. I mean, he's not leaving a lot of balls in the middle of the plate. Fastball has some nice life on the outside edge, and he's working right there. Take a look, the pitch track here to J.J. Hardy. Both pitches on the outside corner. One a fastball and then the backdoor slider.
0-2 count. Runner off first base. Fastball will be in. Distinct difference in the offenses of these teams coming in. The Red Sox are minus 43 in the run differential. The Orioles minus 1. 1-2 count. Pierce off first base, and that's the inside corner. Got him. He just nailed the spot on that one. Third strikeout.
Well, mixing his pitches up very well, locating very well, and this is a dotted fastball. 94. Shows him a couple pitches. It looks like the second or the third pitch was just going to be a show me fastball up and in. Goes right back in there. So for a young kid, fearless coming in, 94 miles an hour, perfect location.
So 2 down. And here's Ryan Flaherty, Orioles second baseman, hitting ninth. Has always done well against the Red Sox. Down to third. It'll be handled by Sandoval, who is playing in. His throw over to Napoli in time to record the out. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left on base. First 2 innings belong to the pitchers.
Opponent average in night games. Chris Young leading the way from Kansas City with a 177. There's Scherzer, but look at Miguel Gonzalez right in the mix, a 185 batting average, holding opponents to in night games. See Gonzalez on the bottom there, 27-15 career in night games, only 8-10 in day games. So he loves it under the lights, and he deals. I mean, that's a very impressive number there, just a 185 average.
Blake Swihart comes to the plate. He is the catcher for the Red Sox. They had hoped he would play at Pawtucket for another year at least, but the need was here, and so here he is. His job, learn to hit here while handling the catching duties. And he will take the off-speed delivery for a strike. He's a first-round selection, 26th overall in the 2011 draft out of Bedford, Texas. Actually came out of New Mexico is where he was born. Swing and a miss in the off-speed delivery. Gonzalez will take advantage of the inexperience and keep the timing off.
Yeah, pretty good split finger there. Got to keep mixing it up. It's not like good old days where young hitters got challenged to prove you can hit a fastball. You make it to the major leagues, you can get on a fastball. So you got to mix it up, keep them off balance, and that's exactly what Miguel is doing.
Swihart, a member of a championship ball club each of the last 2 years at the minor league level, so he comes to the Red Sox with a winning tradition. Fouled away, and for a lot of managers and coaches that matters. They want guys who, in every sport, you hear them talk about wanting guys who know how to win, who've won, who know what the feeling is, know how to get there.
Absolutely.
And John Farrell thinks in this young catcher they've got that kind of person. Ground ball, that'll be fouled off.
Well, it's great, especially in the organization, because then you get that passion. You're playing for something. You're playing for the jersey on your back. So he's done some good things in the organization. He obviously wants to carry that over to the big club. A lot of the Orioles a couple years ago, Manny Machado, Jonathan Scope won some minor league rings.
Jones, running catch. SWIHART retired on the fly ball. One down here in the third. Major League Baseball draft, of course, going on. And for the Orioles, first-round pick, 25th overall, DJ Stewart, hard thumper, 21 years old, left-handed hitter, Florida State, Conference Player of the Year, power bat.
Yeah. And you know, listening to Dan Duquette saying this was the best left-handed bat out there. Great numbers. Went to a great school at Florida State, so he was challenged, obviously, at a very high level, collegiately. I think, you know, he's going to jump right in if they get him signed, and I wouldn't be surprised if he moves right up and gets challenged right away.
Here is Dustin Pedroia, top of the order, one down. Flied out to left his first time up. 7-game hit streak for him. 4 for 18 in his career off Gonzalez. Pedroia will take the pitch outside for a ball. Saw an interesting note, and it made me smile because I think of Pedroia hitting, and it's so true. He is the best hitter in the majors by far on sliders and curveballs that are below the knees. And you kind of figure that on him. That's not where he wants to put the ball, though. Those fly balls, for the most part, will be outs, and he's had 2 of them in the ball game. Delmon Young puts it away. 2 down. Next week, the Orioles take on their I-95 rivals, Philadelphia Phillies. 2-game interleague series Monday and Tuesday here at the ballpark. Good seats still remain for each game, including Tuesday's Ollie's Bargain Night, presented by Ollie's Bargain Outlet. All upper reserve seats are just $10 when purchased in advance. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. 2 away, nobody on. Holt grounded out his first time up. Miguel Gonzalez hoping for some run support. 0-2 in his last 3 starts. He's had 2 runs scored in 18 2/3 innings. 2 runs. Pitch on the way, and that'll be taken down low. As Mike mentioned, he surrendered 3 home runs, the most of any outing in the last start that he had. But still, the Orioles were very much in the ball game, but didn't have the runs. Dave Wallace obviously liking what he has seen this season from the 31-year-old right-hander. Pitch will be down and in, and a 2-ball 1-strike count.
Yeah, he and Wei-Yin Chen have kind of been snake bitten by that lack of run support this season. Both could have much better win-loss records, but you love their earned run average. You love the fact they're keeping their team in the game.
That one hit towards right field and the wall, and that'll take a bounce. Young's got it. He'll make the throw into second, a good one, but not in time. It'll ricochet away. So Holt will pick up the extra base hit, a 2-out double here in the 3rd inning.
And Delmon Young playing the ball very nicely off the right field wall. Holt getting on this fastball, up and in. He hits a laser off the wall. Pretty nice swing. Super utility man. Great pro. Quality at bats. And here whistling a double off the wall. Once it gets in the glove, though, you think, wow, Delmon's got a cannon. But Holt turned it on a little bit and got in there easily.
So Holt continues hot. 10th double of the year. Now another RBI opportunity. Ramirez gets it, grounded out his first time up. Red Sox had one situation in the 2nd inning with a chance with a runner in scoring position. Could not convert on it. 2 down, runner at second, no score in the ballgame, and Ramirez will take it inside. In the first 7 games these teams played, the Red Sox hit only 170 against the Orioles, with runners in scoring position. John Farrell's team 9 for 53, and that's kind of the story where they've had all year. The Orioles at 304, which is also where the Orioles have been. So the numbers against each other pretty much match their season numbers against everybody. 1-0 delivery. Ramirez got jammed again. Helmet flying. 1-1.
Miguel Gonzalez getting in there with the first fastball just off the plate. And Ramirez thinking a double up, so he cheats a little bit, but this fastball beats him. Nice late movement riding in under the hands, and Ramirez lets it fly, and everything comes off. It's a yard sale. Helmet out there. I'm surprised the bat didn't go flying.
He doesn't get cheated, does he?
No, he does not.
At second base, Holt, good speed. Adam Jones in center, cranking the arm around in case he has to throw. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Gonzalez delivers to him and then tries to work him outside, figuring he's leaning in a little bit. And the count goes to 2-1. Ramirez had a 2-homer ball game against the Orioles. He homered 3 times in the 3-game series these teams played here earlier this year. 3 home runs, 3 games, 2 of them coming in one of those ball games. 1 against Gonzalez. 2-1 pitch on the way. That's there.
Gave up on that pitch and kind of talking to himself right now. Miguel, first 3 pitches, fastballs, couple in, wastes 1 away, and then drops the nice breaking ball right down the middle of the plate, but it catches Ramirez off guard and he can't pull the trigger.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. No score. Here in the first of 3. Miguel Gonzalez left a couple on in the second. Trying to leave 1 at second. 2-2 pitch, jammed him again, and that one hurt.
Oh, that got him good. Wow.
So Hanley Ramirez down. John Farrell and the trainer out.
Yeah, obvious pain, but you see guys foul balls off their feet and off the shoes and they hop around a little bit, but when you get it up by the knee area, there's a lot of bone, not a lot of padding with muscle. Oh man, that was right up off the knee. Hard too. 2-seam fastball riding in and he squared it up. If his knee's not in the way, it could be a double down the line. And that got him.
That will not get better as the night goes on.
No, it will not.
Whether he's in or out, he wants to try and walk it off. Now this is when you used to have that spray.
Yeah, right? The cold spray?
The cold spray.
Give it to me, Doc. Spray it all over there, and I don't even know that it did any work.
Couldn't feel anything.
Right? Another look at this fastball that Ramirez gets to, but oh man, oh man. Oh, right off the inside of the knee.
Can hear this one.
Double hit, bat to knee, bam, bam. There we go. Good sign, putting his helmet back on.
Now all you got to do is hit.
Hope it's a home run because he's probably not going to be running too hard down the first base line, right?
No. So Ramirez will stay in the ball game with a 2-2 count. Keep an eye on that. That's the kind of play where oftentimes later in the ball game you see that player come out. The swelling builds up and it just becomes too much. We'll see. Hopefully not for Ramirez's sake. 2-2, 2 down, runner at second base. Gonzalez wants to throw it in a hurry before it feels better. 2-2 pitch on the way and a fly ball down the line and right. Nobody hoping that was going to be foul more than Ramirez. Came out of the box and used the time while the ball was in the air to walk a little bit.
Yeah, trying to walk that off, get some blood in there, move it around a little bit.
He'll be taking the 7th pitch of this at bat. Ramirez trying to get Holt in, who delivered the 2-out double. Ramirez hitting .236 in these situations. Gonzalez 2-2 delivery. I don't know how you guys even swing after you do something like that, much less hit the ball.
Yeah, he's really favoring it. He just, I think, probably thinking more about just taking the bat head to the ball, for trying to forget about the lower half. Now, naturally, your body's going to do what it's done his whole life, but he's just thinking about here, short to the ball, try to get it in play, pick up a base hit. Try to do too much. You can tell he's in obvious pain.
Hockey injury, lower body. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Real good lead at second base for Holt. Pitch on the way outside. Nice stop. Wieters almost had a pickoff. Holt took a little stutter step, thinking about trying to go over to third base, but Matt came up with that in a hurry and sent him back.
Well, Holt hasn't seen a lot of Matt Wieters behind the plate. Wieters can pick it like J.J. Hardy at shortstop, and he'll pick it and throw you out in one motion. Nice play right there by the Gold Glover. Take a look at him slide over on the breaking ball. Quick reaction. Fields it clean, and he's about ready to fire down to second base.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Flaherty's going to hold Holt a little bit closer, try to anyway. And Ramirez fights off another one. So he has fought off 3 with foul balls since hitting himself in the knee with that foul. Gonzalez really having to work here. It's been a 9-pitch at bat so far. The 3 ball, 2 strike count.
There are times injuries like that, if you foul ball off your foot or if something's going on with your body, you don't feel right, you tend to get a little quieter just because of the pain that potentially can be there, which can help you as a hitter. Limited movement.
3-2 again. Way outside. Now Ramirez is going down, going, oh great, now I got to run. But he's on. So the walk is the first surrendered by Gonzalez in a 10-pitch at bat, and they're going to get him out of the ball game right here. So Ramirez is going to come out, and Castillo will come on. Rusney Castillo. John Farrell just not wanting to take a chance here, and also wanting to have a little more speed on it first. But mostly it's about getting Ramirez out of there. He saw him limping in the at bat and limping down the line, and Ramirez isn't putting up any argument about coming out of the ball game.
Well, definitely. I mean, this is a situation where one wrong step could really lead to another injury. So you got to be careful. Ramirez, one of their big offensive threats. 13 home runs, 30+ RBI already this year. So I want to try to keep him healthy.
Here is Ortiz. 2 down and 2 on. No score. He had a single his first time up. Look at this. Who would have thought at the beginning of the year David Ortiz would have this kind of a number?
Yeah, amazing. I mean, batting average with runners in scoring position. You see the steady decline, 350, 315. This year, 116. So no wonder he's getting some media attention.
Yeah. 1-0 delivery on the way, and did he foul it? Yes. Ortiz on the check swing, and the ball hit the bat. Not the other way around on that one. 1-1.
David Ortiz, 39 years old. Riding fastball up and in. Trying to cheat in there. A lot of teams pitch David Ortiz hard in. It's risky if you make a mistake and it's on the plate. That's why he gets those big home run RBI numbers every year. But right there, pretty good pitch from Miguel.
Here at Camden Yards, Ortiz, 258 average, 23 career home runs in this ballpark. He's had 44 against the Orioles. 1-1, big shift on against him this time up. And he'll put that one in the gap, left center field. Reimold gets over and hauls it in. Ortiz retired, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base, scoreless. Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces and their families for 80 years. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick with you for this first of 3 against Boston. With Ramirez coming out, Holt's going to move from right to left field. And Castillo will stay in the ball game. Here's Nick Castillo and play in right field. So Ramirez out. Rodriguez, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts so far. Back to the top of the order. Machado, Young, and Jones. Machado with the Orioles' only hit so far, a base hit, leading off the bottom half of the first inning. And he will take the pitch for a strike. Manny with the solid bat for the Orioles from that third base position. He'll show bunt on that one, but Sandoval will move in even with the bag after seeing that. Machado, 241 so far this month with a home run. Pitch will be taken away. The Orioles very patient here early in this ball game against Rodriguez, the former Oriole. 2-1. Inside out swing to right. Castillo gets back there and puts it away. Well, we talked about how this has been a home run derby so far this year. These are the numbers so far in the series, with the Orioles leading 4-3 in the first 7.
Yeah, you see the batting average with the Orioles way up to 315. Runs scored. Orioles have the advantage. Home runs. 19 home runs hit by both teams. So there's some sluggers here. Red Sox leading by 1. But the pitching has been the key, the story. Orioles, huge advantage right there. And the Red Sox, both starters and bullpens. I mean, it's typical against any team they face. You're going to see those kind of numbers. So they trying to settle in and have some consistency from the rotation and pen.
Young, Colorado strikes first time up, 2 foul balls down the same way. We told you the things may be changing for Boston in that regard. In the last 8 games, Red Sox pitchers lead the American League in the last 8 games with a 2.39 ERA. Now, is that going to be prolonged? That is for the history of this 15 season to tell. Certainly having Rodriguez enter that rotation hasn't hurt anything. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way, and that'll be in the dirt. One of their other starters, Justin Masterson, the right-hander, minor league rehab. He will start AAA on Wednesday. They're missing Shane Victorino, their right fielder. He's not with the team. He's had a strained left calf. John Farrell said before the game today they'd hoped he might be back later this week for rehab work, but they don't think so now. Down the line, fair. Nope, just a little bit into foul territory. Castillo makes the catch. 2 fly balls to right. Orioles are going to be hosting the Yankees in a 3-game weekend series beginning this Friday. Tickets going fast, so don't miss out. Plus for each game, fans are encouraged to bring any non-perishable food item and/or cash to the ballpark to benefit the Maryland Food Bank, part of the annual Orioles Reach Food and Funds Drive presented by One Main Financial. Donations this weekend. They're also accepted at participating One Main Financial branches. So any of the games against the Yankees coming up, please bring food and/or cash items to be donated for the Maryland Food Bank. Adam Jones will take the pitch for a ball. Adam drew a walk, one of the 2 surrendered by Rodriguez so far. 1-0 delivery, and that'll be outside. Rodriguez hasn't wanted to do a lot with Adam Jones strike-wise.
No, and Adam showing great patience. Couple good pitches at the bottom of the zone right there, really close.
Well, you got the number 4 average against left-handers. You got someone arguably in this lineup. If you looked at it and you're Rodriguez and the coaching staff, you say, who do we not want to beat us in this lineup?
Oh, it's got to be Adam Jones. The numbers he's put up against this team, so impressive. And the fact that he's starting to heat up again. So coming into this series, they talked about being careful to a couple hitters, and Adam Jones is definitely one of them.
2 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way, and a ground ball. Oh, hello! Look what I found. Rodriguez snags it, and Jones denied what probably would have been a base hit, and a 1-2-3 inning. 3 complete. Notebook atop the rest. Yes, Chris Sale, White Sox, one of the game's best. Second pitcher, modern era, to have 12+ Ks and 1 run or less allowed in 3 straight starts. And about those big innings we talk about so often, 5 or more runs in an inning, the most times that's been done in the majors. This year, the Blue Jays have done it 9 times. The most times it's been given up 5 or more runs in an inning. The Marlins and the Tigers.
Amazing.
The Tigers?
Yeah, you don't expect that, right? Tigers supposed to have the great pitching. Giving up some big crooked numbers this season.
The big innings, you get 5 or more runs in an inning, will generally be the ball game. Gonzalez has walked 1 and struck out 1. Given up 3 hits in the first 3 innings, a double and 2 singles. He will go to work here with Napoli at the plate. And Napoli will take the pitch outside for a ball. Talking about Chris Sale, the modern Major League history with a 12 or more Ks, 3 consecutive games, no more than 1 run. There was one other pitcher since 1900 to do that. Left-hander, West Coast, Sandy Koufax.
That's what I was going to say.
I knew you did.
Main guy. How could I
That's
not?
right.
Yeah.
1965. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. One of the highlights of my career, I once did a golf tournament with Sandy Koufax. We were the only 2 announcers. It was the Bangor Open in Bangor, Maine.
I don't remember listening to that.
No, I wouldn't blame you. 2-1 delivery on the way. Sandy vacationed and then had a home in Ellsworth, Maine, and down around Mount Desert and Bar Harbor. And somehow the station got him to agree to come up and cover the Bangor Open, which had pros. It was a tournament, PGA tournament. And so we went out there with microphones and walked around and did the golf tournament.
Nice.
Yeah. 2-2 delivery on the way. That'll go to second base. Flaherty's got it. He'll make the play over to first. Take a look at our PNC minor league report.
Well, here he is, Terry Doyle, really putting his time in the minor leagues. 8 years, 8 seasons with a couple different teams. Last week, great week, 2-0 with a 1.20 earned run average, 10 punch-outs in 15 innings, and pretty good numbers on the year. 5-1 with that 2.61. He was named the Eastern League Pitcher of the Week, so things starting to come around. Actually, real nice minor league numbers. And well over 500 winning percentage, 52 and 47 with a 3.42 earned run average. So, you know, he is definitely seasoned. He's put his time in the minor leagues and doing some good things in Double-A right now and hoping to get promoted and another opportunity in the big leagues.
Sandoval down the line. It will be a foul ball. Pablo Sandoval flied out to center field. His first time up. Sandoval brings the lumber back to the plate here. Gonzalez this year not hit hard right or left. Left-handers are 211, right-handers the 219. We've talked about the home runs. 11 of them surrendered. 8 have been hit by the right-handers. That'll go to first base. Pierce. Gonzalez. Miguel's 215 overall batting average, Mike. That is 10th lowest in the American League coming into today's play.
Well, he's looked great really all season long, mixing up his pitches. It seems like as the game progresses, he settles in, uses all of his pitches more frequently, really keeps hitters guessing and off balance. There, beautiful split finger to get Sandoval to roll over. Good pitch to Napoli, so a couple quick ground ball outs. But you just like the way he thinks. Both Matt Wieters and Caleb Joseph work him to perfection because they have different pitches to work with.
Down the line and just foul. Corey Blazer getting out of the way. First base umpire had to dance on that one.
Yeah, you better watch out. This one's coming in hot.
Wow.
Pretty athletic move down there.
Corey going, yeah, I was supposed to have second base tonight. Now here I am, and I'm going to get hit. 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 down, nobody on. Bogaerts base hit. 5-game hit streak now for Bogaerts, extended with that single. 1-1 delivery to him, fouled off. So he's now 15 for 30, batting .500 over the last 9 games.
Well, you can probably tell why. I mean, his last at bat hit a bullet to right field. Nice line drive. So probably been using the whole field. I think a lot of times hitters get into slumps when, say, they hit a home run. They pull a home run. There's their hitting coach, Chili Davis, who's probably been through a lot of great times at the bat, but a lot of down times too. So helps the younger players here with the Red Sox work their way out of it. But you certainly have to use the whole field. It helps keep you consistent, out of slumps. You get one way minded, and the pitchers sense that, and they can expose you.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 73rd pitch of the ball game will be fouled back by Gonzalez. As is true in most Red Sox games, even though in this game it doesn't really seem like it, they see a lot of pitches. They just are. There are foul balls. They go deep into counts. John Farrell's ball club historically doing that. Buck Showalter's team this year has kind of been the opposite of that. And that'll be outside. And the count will go to 3-2. The Patients this year, to this point at least, have not resulted in the winning record they'd hoped for. So Gonzalez, full count, 3-2. Report on Ramirez, a left knee contusion for Ramirez, who came out of the game. And that one fouled off.
You know, we watch these home runs that get hit and the velocity of the ball, 104, 109 miles an hour at times. Ramirez, one of these tremendous power hitters that probably consistently hits home runs at over 100 miles an hour. Can you imagine whistling one 100 miles an hour off your knee?
No.
It's going to leave a mark, right?
No thanks. Appreciate the offer. 3-2 delivery, and that's what they do. So the walk will be the second surrendered by Gonzalez, extending that pitch count and also, more importantly, extending the inning. Second walk surrendered, puts a runner on at first base with 2 down, and will bring up Mookie Betts. Betts flied out right field, first time up. 3 hits in his last 19 at bats. That number took him out of the lineup recently in the series. Castillo came on to play for him just to give him a rest. Back in the lineup, obviously here and in center field. So the Orioles will think about whether or not Bogaerts would be taking off here. Good speed both at first and at the plate. Bogaerts 4 out of 5 stealing bases. And that pitch is there for a strike. Neither of these teams steals many. The Orioles have the second fewest in the league. Only the White Sox have fewer. And Boston is 10th in stolen bases. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That 2 is going to be there for a strike. Mets didn't think so, and he's behind quickly, 0-2.
Nice little fastball painted on the outside corner, and Betts, who's struggling, and most hitters that struggle seem to find themselves 0-2 quite often. Though Gonzalez taking advantage of that here.
Bogaerts at first, not going. Betts will foul that one back. Betts has not hit into a double play this year. Now there are 2 down here, so it doesn't matter, but 226 at bats, no ground ball double plays. That is the most at bats in the majors for a hitter not to have hit into at least 1. 0-2 pitch on the way to him. Betts will put that one up in the air. Young coming in and over. And in foul territory, DELMON will put it away. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base, 5 left on by Boston so far. Day, scoreless ball game and a good one, and another pitcher's duel. We've seen a lot of it.
Pretty impressive. I mean, Miguel Gonzalez has had an outstanding year so far, and no different tonight. Eduardo Rodriguez is having a sensational game. Really burst onto the scene, but I'm going to say something more important. I want to wish you a happy birthday. I made this little cupcake for you just recently. So happy birthday, Gary.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
And for you baking that, I'll never be able to thank you enough.
The least I can do.
It is, but thank you so much. Okay. The thing you did, you probably didn't know, or maybe you did know, that boiled frosting is my favorite.
Yeah.
Did you know that? That's why you did it that
obviously,
way?
I boiled it all
you
night.
Did? You boiled? Can't wait to eat it. Here's Matt Wieters. Matt's got a base hit. Well, Buck Showalter said we got to get it right. We can't bring him back till he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, great swing from Matt. Got a lot of at-bats in extended spring. I think that's something he was longing for. I mean, a lot of time off, obviously, with the Tommy John surgery, but a breaking ball coming down and in. Beautiful right-handed swing from Matt Wieters, slapping it through that 5-6 hole.
So Wieters back, and Buck Showalter mighty happy to see him. And he's out there at first base with a base hit. Orioles have had the leadoff man on 2 out of 4. Davis will foul that one back. Chris flied out his first time up. Rodriguez in his first 2 starts retired 93% of the leadoff batters. Granted, it's only 2 starts. See if the Orioles can get something on the board here. Orioles just their second hit, 0-2-0. They've left 3. Boston 0-3-0. They have left 5, including 2 in scoring position. That one the other way foul, and the count goes to 2 strikes from Rodriguez. 61 pitches thrown. He has been a bit more efficient than Gonzalez, but not by much.
Well, you have to be impressed with the command that he's showing. Working both sides of the plate consistently, starting to mix up his pitches a little bit more as the game progresses.
0-2 the count, and Davis will take that one up high. So he takes him to 1-2. Rodriguez got his major league debut and first win against Texas in the no-run 3-hit 7 2/3 performance. Great effort. And then he beat the Twins, a run on 2 hits in 7 innings. Those are the 2 starts he's had. He will just miss with that one, a little bit low and maybe outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But for some injuries, he probably wouldn't be here. He was pitching at Pawtucket, and they intended to leave him there since he had Double-A last year. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Davis swings at one he can't catch up to.
Another good fastball, 94 miles an hour. Mixed it up a little in this at-bat to Chris Davis. Last at-bat, Chris saw a lot of fastballs, but a changeup, and then wasted a fastball up high. And here, look at the 2-seamer. Working the outside corner with great velocity. And Davis just caught a little in between. That one got by him.
4 strikeouts picked up by Rodriguez. That'll bring up Nolan Reimold. Reimold flied out to left field. His first at bat, returning to the Orioles tonight. Orioles always wait till after batting practice before they make the roster move, just in case there's an injury or something during BP. Came in on the fists on him that time and fouled it back. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Well, that is really a separator, it seems, for so many pitchers nowadays. If you want to have success, you better have the ability to pitch inside. And at 22 years old, showing he's fearless coming in there.
Part of that poise we were talking about. Reimold got one right there that he wanted to drive. And the adage probably still true. When a batter fouls the ball right straight back into the screen, it's probably the one he really wanted.
Yeah, pretty healthy cut right there. Didn't get that fastball in. Caught too much of the plate, and Reimold let it fly, but just a foul ball straight back.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Wieters on at first with 1 down. A look over and the delivery to him. And a good eye. Pitch taken outside. No, he works the count up to 2 balls and 2 strikes for Nolan.
Well, Nolan's always had a great eye. I mean, tremendous on-base percentage. that 2-week span where he's hitting over 400 with Norfolk, he had almost a 500 on base percentage.
Led the International League in that, and that's a tough one to take too. Rodriguez, when he misses, he doesn't miss by much. He makes it tough. Pitched it a little bit outside, and the 22-year-old takes the count 3-2. Infield will back up even more, looking to get that double play here with Wieters on at first. Reimold, good speed though going down the line. He'll fool you with his speed. 3-2 delivery, and he draws the walk. Great patience. And the Orioles have 2 on and 1 down here in the 4th inning. We'll see if they can do anything with it. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to the March of Dimes. The O's have drawn 138 walks, $6,900. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Two on, one away. Orioles first inning, same situation. Wieters and Davis unable to get a run in. Now we'll see whether or not Pierce and/or Hardy can do it. Steve Pierce threw one of the walks first time up. Going to be a meeting. Sandoval in from third. SWIHART going out.
There you go. A couple young players talking about the situation here. Rodriguez is 22. SWIHART, the rookie catcher, pretty advanced right there to settle him down in a tough situation. The veteran hitters have come up there, and now Rodriguez finding himself in a little bit of a problem. SWIHART saying, hey, take a deep breath, keep executing your pitches, good things will happen. Pierce hoping he makes a little bit of a mistake.
He walked only 2 in each of the first 2 starts this year. 1-0 delivery on the way, and that was just nasty. That's that pitch we were talking about he uses on right-handers that comes in and is right off your top hand.
Yeah, pretty good angle he creates there, just driving it down and in. Pierce didn't get a good look at it. You think good hitters count, but you see kind of cuts in there underneath the hands. That ball worked itself 6-8 inches off the plate.
So Steve, 1 ball, 1 strike count. Pitch to him will be grounded to short. Played by Bogaerts, Pedroia, and a double play. So that'll get him out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. 4 complete in a scoreless ballgame. Is brought to you by PNC for the achiever in you, and by Ocean City, Maryland. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at OCOcean.com. With Mike Mordick, I'm Gary Thorne. Great to have you with us. Orioles back home. 3 against the Sox, 3 against the Yankees, 2 against Philadelphia. Gonzalez opening it up. A couple of walks and a strikeout. More importantly, though, he has not surrendered a run on the 3 hits. Double by Holt, stranded. Ortiz and Bogaerts singled in the second, both stranded. Walk in the 4th. Bogaerts again left on base. SWIHART will take the pitch for a strike. They're switch hitting catcher. Here are the numbers so far. Not a lot of games played as he takes over behind the plate. 27th ball game for him. He'll foul that back. Batting from this side of the plate, obviously most of the at bats, hitting .224. The other side at .179. One home run was hit right-handed this year. 0-2 count. Blaine SWIHART, and the pitch is up high to him. 1-2.
Now SWIHART, young top prospect. Last year, very good year splitting between AA and AAA. They would have liked him to be seasoned a little bit more, but they're looking for good things about him. He is the future.
He had to wait on that and pumps it down the line. Reimold over to get it. SWIHART goes into second standing up. And he's got a leadoff double here in the 5th inning. The leadoff man on for the second time.
Pretty impressive piece of hitting right there. 300 last year in AA. Here is a backdoor breaking ball. Started him off with this pitch, about 71 miles an hour. So you got to do a lot of things right to get the bat head on that ball. Well, he backs it up, stays in good balance, and picks himself up a double to start the 5th.
And the number 9 hitter gets on, so you get a runner in scoring position with Pedroia top of the order up. He is 0 for 2. He has flied out twice. Red Sox 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position so far tonight. Now they got Pedroia, Holt, maybe Castillo. Delivery on the way to Pedroia will be taken up high for a ball. Though Pedroia gets the RBI chance, he's sitting only .224 with runners in scoring position this year. Just some dramatically low numbers for the Red Sox in this category. 1-0 count. Defense straight up against Pedroia. And he will foul that one over the screen.
Pedroia, the aggressive cut. You think in this type of situation, especially the way the Red Sox have had a problem offensively, they might try to do something to manufacture a run here, especially with SWIHART out at second base and no outs. But Pedroia, great veteran hitter. I'm sure manager John Farrell puts it in his own hands and let him make his own decision. If he feels like he can pick up a base hit, go ahead, swing away. He is one of their hotter hitters right now.
Talked about moving him into the leadoff spot on May 23rd. Since then, hitting .394 coming into this ball game. 10 runs scored in 16 games. And John Farrell said tonight we needed somebody at the top who we felt could get on base, and Pedroia deserved the chance, and as he come through for him, runner off second. 2-1 delivery on the way to him, ground ball foul on the outside of third base. So Pedroia fighting him off. Pitch count up there to where the thoughts about the bullpen are now active for the Orioles.
It doesn't seem like he's thrown that many pitches.
That's right. I agree.
But they make him work.
T.J. McFarland.
Yeah, of course Ramirez had that prolonged at bat before he came out.
Here's the 2-2 delivery to him. Dustin, a ground ball behind the runner. Hardy will have to go to first and record the out. But Pedroia has a productive at bat in that he gets that runner over to third base with one away.
A nice read by SWIHART right there. The bounder up the middle. It was still on the shortstop side of second base, but realizes that he'll be able to advance.
That may be it. No, the trainer's coming out.
Well, you wonder, he threw a couple fastballs. The velocity was down a little bit, 88, 87 miles an hour. So prompting a visit here. Bancells, there's Buck out there, Dave Wallace, everybody.
And you saw Bancells say he should come out. So whatever the problem was, Richie Bancells, the trainer, immediately when he heard what it was, said he should come out.
Well, Richie's been around a long time, and he's seen a lot of injuries, and he's heard a lot of players say what is going on. So he makes that call. Probably should get him out of there. Don't want to take any chances. It didn't look like there was any flinch, but definitely the velocity was down a little bit. Wasn't really letting it go in this inning. That was the at bat against Ramirez. Ramirez saw about 15 pitches and he finished a little funky there and stayed down for a little while, but never really led anybody on to what might have been the problem.
That was the 3rd inning. So we'll get a word on that later in the ball game. But T.J. McFarland's coming on here in the 5th inning.
Only gave up 4 hits. Red Sox made him work, though. 89 pitches thrown, and he leaves after a mound visit from Richie Bancells. He doesn't want him to be in there. So something going on with Miguel. T.J. McFarland now into the ball game. Take a look at his pitch arsenal. Fastball, that good 2-seamer, used at 71%. Gets a lot of ground balls. Breaking ball, 20%. That sweeping slider and the good change 9% of the time from T.J. Second stint with the Orioles this year. 2.70 earned run average. He's only thrown 6 2/3, 9 punch-outs, 6 walks, giving up the 10 hits. Opponent's hitting .313. Righty's way up to .429. Lefty's at .222. See the ground ball percentage way up to 70%. Turns that 2-seamer over. It's good action at the bottom of the zone. Only 30% fly balls. He's only given up the 1 home run. T.J. McFarland has to show his value again for Buck Showalter. It's a critical time right now. Start of this series, Miguel not getting deep into the ball game. He's called Nolan Reimhold up and sent Cabral out. So they are short in the bullpen right now, and that's a chance to take. I'm hoping T.J. McFarland can really extend this.
Because it's an injury replacement, even though he was up in the bullpen, he'll get as many warm-ups as he wants here. Let's take a look at our Major League Notebook under the East Winds page. John Gibbons had a birthday yesterday, and he was ejected in the 2nd inning for arguing on a check swing. So he went back into his office and ate cake for the rest of the game. Yogi Berra, the campaign by a group from his museum to have him considered for the Presidential Medal of Honor is now before the president. They were able to get the necessary signatures, 100,000 of them, required by Monday night, and the request is now moved to the president. There have been 9 former ball players who have won this Presidential Medal of Freedom. Among them are Jackie Robinson, Joe DiMaggio, Stan Musial, Ernie Banks. Yogi will be given serious consideration. Good luck to Yogi Berra, now 91 years young. And the Tampa Bay Rays, 7-3 record on their last road trip, a real good one. They return home to play tonight, where they have lost their last 5 and scored only 1.8 runs per game in those 5 games. Tampa Bay back home tonight.
Yeah, isn't that pretty crazy? Tampa Bay, typically the Trop is favorable to them. It's a tough place to play, but they haven't had the success they've had in the past at home this year, but much better on the road.
Yeah, amazing. So Gonzalez out of the ball game after 4 1/3, so he'll be either non-decisioned, or if that run scores, it'll be against him. The Angels are leading Tampa Bay tonight in Tampa Bay, 4-0 in the 6th inning. So T.J. McFarland will work to Holt. You do get the lefty on lefty here. Runner at third, infield in, 1 down, and the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. Holt has really hit the lefties 300, 9 for 30 against left-handers. Leadoff double. SWIHART's the runner at third base, moved up on the Pedroia ground ball, and that pitch is going to be taken, and McFarland will be behind the lefty with Castillo waiting on deck. 2-0 count.
Well, Holt's been very impressive since coming up with the Red Sox. Very patient at the plate, under control, uses the whole field. That's why the good numbers against the lefties. Also righties. Backs the ball up a long time, keeps the front side in.
Gets the inside corner for a strike. Well, McFarland coming on in a key situation here, and this is why the Orioles love having him in that bullpen. It's the long work, the long job that needs to be done in a case just like this, unexpectedly needing a long reliever. 2-1 delivery on the way, and he got right back in there again. 2-ball, 2-strike count.
A great pitch, backed it up. 2 seamers coming at you. He takes the first one, and this one swings at great late movement right under the hands. Great location on back-to-back pitches.
Holt, a .333 hitter lifetime here at Camden Yards. 3 home runs. He'll take it, and he's gone. Great comeback by McFarland on that at bat to get the strikeout.
It really was. Nice sequence of pitching. Matt Wieters working into perfection. A couple fastballs in, and then dots 91 down and away to finish Holt off in a very tough situation. Nice pitch. Cheese at the knees from McFarland.
So 2 down. Runner remains at third, and now Rusney Castillo is going to get his first at bat. He came on for Ramirez after Ramirez fouled the ball off his knee, part of a walk at bat in the 3rd inning, and Castillo came on to run for him, stayed in the ball game in the outfield. Here's yet another hot bat. Runner at third base, 2 down. Castillo 304 in the last 8 games. Will take the pitch outside. And again, the count will go to 2-0 from McFarland, as he did on Holt. Castillo 5 for 14 with runners in scoring position. SWIHART off third. Just missed. Jeff Nelson, home plate umpire, saw a little jerk on that strike shoulder, but not bringing it up.
Yeah, didn't give it to him. Give it to him. Good pitch, though, and we'll try to find a way to get back into the count. Not going to give him a cookie, that's for sure.
3-0 delivery on the way. He's swinging in the air to right field. DELMON Young. So McFarland comes on and gets it done. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a base runner left on. It remains zip. So a great ball game underway here. Only 6 combined hits for the Red Sox, 2 for the Orioles. Gonzalez will leave. Non-decisioned, 4 1/3, no runs, 4 hits. He's locked out. Somebody open the door. Let me in. They throw with the outfielders. Here's J.J. Hardy Flaherty, top of the order. Manny Machado. Pitch taken away. Now, at the end of the last inning, watch Buck Showalter. What was that? What's that? That was the last pitch thrown on the fly ball to right field. It's why Buck loves having Matt back, taking nothing away from Caleb Joseph. Buck hates calling pitches and doesn't do it. Nobody does it from the dugout. He wants his catchers to run a ball game. And so he loved whatever that was. He saw him going back, asked, what was that? To get him on the fly ball out to right field. Because what he did was, with a 3-0 count, he didn't give in to him. He threw a real good pitch in order to get the fly ball, figuring he might be swinging 3-0, and he was. Buck loves that stuff.
He sure does.
To him, that's the game. I mean, it's watching guys do these things, and then he asks them how and why.
Yeah, because you know he's thinking right along.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
And, get inside the head of one of the best catchers in the game and figure out how he's trying to get hitters out. And if it's a little bit off of what Buck's thinking, he wants to find out how you get it done, man.
Exactly. And there is Matt Wieters batting in a cleanup spot, base hit in the ball game tonight, working behind the plate. Of course, he will work behind the plate in DH, depending on how he feels. J.J. Hardy leading it off here, down to third. That'll be foul. J.J. a strikeout victim his first time up. Rodriguez with the 3 walks and the 4 strikeouts in the ball game. Somewhat ironic, the first 2 games against Texas, Minnesota, he had 2 walks and 7 strikeouts in each game. 2-2 delivery and missed with it. And another full count, 3-2 on J.J.
Throwing just enough off-speed pitches to make that fastball very effective. And the fact that he's locating it both in and out helps.
Hardy goes to the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Well, the Orioles have done something those other 2 teams did not, and that's get the leadoff man on base. That's the 3rd time in 5 innings. Take a look at the O's upcoming schedule, brought to you by Mile One Automotive, offering you 20 convenient locations throughout the Baltimore area. Visit them in store or online at mile1.com.
Now, Orioles taking on the Red Sox both tomorrow night and Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And the Yankees come in town for the weekend. 7 o'clock game on Friday. Saturday, 7:15 game. And the Yankees on Sunday with that afternoon finisher at 1:30.
In at third base is Sandoval. Bunt shown behind him and caught him in the back. So Ryan Flaherty squared the bunt, and there was nowhere to go once he made that move. Caught him right in the middle of the back. And now the bullpen of the Red Sox looks like it'll be getting active.
Unfortunately for Ryan, he was able to take it in the back. This is coming right at his chest. Oh, got him in the ribs. Almost caught it with his right arm there. When you square around, the last thing you're expecting is the ball to be thrown right at the middle of your body, and that's right where it gets Flaherty.
So the first time Rodriguez has hit a batter at the major league level, and now out to talk with the crew chief and home plate umpire Jeff Nelson. I was wondering, is he asking whether or not Flaherty actually tried to bunt? I mean,
well, I don't know about that. He may be asking about his positioning in the box because his back foot appeared to be closer to home plate, but I don't know. There's no way he offered it that. He's trying to save himself. Get out of the way. I mean, the ball's coming right out. Almost behind him, but you see that back foot kind of slide over there, and there may have been some question about that positioning, but there's no way he was offering at it. He was trying to do something to save himself.
So Flaherty hit by a pitch is on at first, and the Orioles have their best chance of the ball game because they've got 2 on and nobody out the other innings. First inning is 2 on and 1 down. Leadoff man on, 4th inning. They got a couple on. Double play ball into that one. Still playing for the bunt now with Machado up, and I mean way in. Sandoval and Napoli at 3rd and 1st. They were creeping in on the pitch even more. Now he did not show bunt, so they're going to back up a little bit. He has singled and flied out Manny Machado. Scoreless game. Hardy the lead runner. They back up at the corners and stay there. The 0-1. Machado will take it inside.
Now, Buck Showalter, he's an old school Orioles mentality. He doesn't like to give up outs. The bunt is the last thing on his mind here in this situation. You got Hardy at second base, so he's already in scoring position. Why not take a good shot? Machado's been swinging the bat well. Already a base hit off Rodriguez up the middle.
229 runners in scoring position for Manny. This is going to be tough. Going to go for the force. Nice play. Oh, Bogaerts with a heads up. He might have been able to get out at second base, but he had a better chance at third, and that's where he went with it.
Yeah, heady play. Young player. I mean, this is why he's here. Great instincts. We've seen Machado make plays like this. Hardy as well. Nowhere to really go with the ball. Why not get that lead runner right in front of you? The backhand power feed over to Sandoval to make the play and get a big force out. Also keeping that double play in order.
Another one of those long underhand tosses. So now first and second, one down. Delmon Young, he has struck out and flied out. Lead runner now Flaherty. Pitch is taken inside for a ball. For Ryan this season in these situations, 4-for-11 coming into the ball game. For Young, he too has been one of the leaders for the Orioles in this department, hitting at .353. That one's going to be foul back. Flaherty, of course, hasn't had nearly the number of at-bats, but he's got that big average at .364 and Young at .353. Manny Machado with a fielder's choice on at first base. Or Flaherty, rather, at second, and that one's foul back.
Boy, they're having a hard time getting to that fastball inside. He has stayed aggressive with that pitch, and really impressive that he hasn't made mistakes. Keeping it right on the inside corner there. You see a couple look like they might have leaked back over, but the good velocity, 94 miles an hour, and most hitters a little bit late on that pitch.
1-2. And came back with a heater and got him. This is the poise we were talking about that both managers were referring to with Rodriguez.
And SWIHART wanting the high fastball. It doesn't matter right now. Good enough movement, good enough life, good enough velocity to get it by Delmon Young here. Look at the nice delivery and then explosion out of the hands. 94 by Delmon.
So 2 down. Both teams struggling to get a hit when they have a chance to score a run. Adam Jones has drawn a walk, and he is grounded out. Orioles 0 for 5. Red Sox 0 for 5 in these situations. He dropped that one off down low, a little foul ball off the catcher. Rodriguez now up to 90 pitches thrown. Third major league start. 105 pitches, 103 pitches thrown in his first 2 starts. On delivery. Adam pops that one back into the seats. 0-2.
Rodriguez getting a little extra there. 95 miles an hour. Started Adam off with the changeup. So working back and forth with his velocity there, in and out with his location. The header's off balance and finds himself ahead of the Orioles' hottest hitter.
Both starters had to work. There's McFarland on in relief, watching. Both starters had to work very hard in this ball game. Some tough at bats. 0-2 delivery. Jones late on it. Rodriguez pounds the glove. A 94-mile-an-hour fastball. He gets the strikeout, his 6th. Adam Jones watching him leave the field. That's his reaction. anything. Just tweet your challenge using hashtag #IChallengeAJ all week long for your chance to win. Visit masson.me/IChallengeAJ to learn more. It's brought to you by Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, who encourages each of us to take a step towards a more active lifestyle. Sure want to see the ones that aren't used, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure Adam hopes it's an eating contest or something, right?
How about a pie eating contest?
Yeah.
Since he's gotten everybody else. Wonder if probably we're not allowed to enter since we're employees of the ball club or the Orioles organization. All right, here's Ortiz. And the pitch inside for a ball. Ortiz has singled and flied out. McFarland on the mound, got the final 2 outs, 5th inning, leaving a runner at 3rd. Ortiz, Napoli, and Sandoval for Boston in the 6th. Breaking ball is going to be in the inside corner. Really tied up Ortiz, who actually turned away and gave up on the pitch.
Yeah, I kind of tell you that he's not really seeing the ball too well. Very rarely do you see Ortiz buckle like that on a breaking ball.
Hitting .118 against left-handers. Ground ball into that shift. Flaherty, plenty of time. Orioles and the Indians going to meet at Oriole Park for a 3-game weekend series beginning on Friday, June 26. That night, don't miss the season's first fireworks night. Stay after the game. Birdland skies light up. Great post-game fireworks display. Celebrate the summer evening with family and friends. For ticket, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. That's fireworks night, June 26. Here's Napoli in the delivery to him. A ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Going right over his back. May have hit him.
He almost made a nice play there.
Wow.
Perfectly placed right back through the middle. Almost gets a piece of TJ. You see him try to backhand it behind the back. And then it almost hits second base. Napoli picking up his base hit.
So a true seeing eye single right there off McFarland. Chaz Rowe in the bullpen. Sandoval has flied out and grounded out. You got all these left-hander switch hitters in the lineup, with the right-hander Gonzalez having started for the Orioles. And the throw over to get Napoli back to the bag. For Sandoval against the left-handers, 113. Wow. And 299 off right-handers.
Well, Sandoval typically a switch hitter, but has found the right-handed swing because of the struggles.
Yep. And Sandoval will foul it back. I've seen a couple of players do that last couple of years where it got so bad from one side of the plate they just waved off the switch hitting, at least for the time being. Sandoval's right-handed, 41 at bats, 2 hits, 2 singles. 0-1 count, 1 down. Napoli the lead at first. Sandoval a little nubber second. Flaherty flip. 1. Relay Hardy. Double play. Great get by Flaherty. Outstanding turn by Hardy. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. The Orioles Keystone Cops get it done. It remains zip-zip. Bring us this date in baseball history. The draft is going on, and you just never know. In 2009, Mike Trout was drafted 25th overall. 21 teams missed the opportunity to get the 17-year-old out of high school. In 1914, Honus Wagner became the second player to collect 3,000 hits in his career. Cap Anson was the only other one. Honus Wagner, member of the Hall of Fame, the original class of 1936. Career numbers 3,420. Look at the home runs and doubles, extra base hits. Honus Wagner, one of the game's inductees in 1936, finished up with 1,733 RBIs for the Hall of Famer. Pitch on the way is a strike on the outside corner. Scoreless ball game. Matt Wieters singled, has struck out Davis, and then Reimold to hit against Rodriguez. Pitch will be taken for a strike. Matt Barnes warming up. A groin strain, we are told, is the reason Miguel Gonzalez had to come out.
Yeah, maybe he did do that in the third inning on that Ramirez pitch and just started to tighten up on him.
Got him. So again, Wieters a strikeout victim, 2 Ks and a single. That's 7 strikeouts for Rodriguez.
As the pitch count mounts, he's still staying pretty true to form. Good fastball velocity. He's located everything, seems to be where he wants, working Wieters away there. A little extra life at the top to get Wieters for the first out.
Davis has struck out and flied out. Chris with the 9 for 28 now against Boston. 99 pitches. So this will be probably the last inning for the left-hander. Nothing on the board. Keep in mind the Red Sox are coming off a Sunday. 7 runs, 8 hits in the 8th inning of that ball game against the A's. Ground ball down to first base. Backing up is Napoli. Needs to make the toss. 2 down. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Claw in hand, tooth under pillow, an Orioles fan on the move. Yikes.
What a good time there.
Ooh-ah. Nolan Reimold, he has walked and flied out. First ball hitting. Bogaerts. And that's what we told you. Reimold will fool you. If you're not aware, you look at his size and you say, probably not that fast, but he is. When he's healthy, he can go down the line with anybody, and he gets himself a base hit.
Yeah, so fast from the right side of the plate. I mean, he gets out of there, and he never slows down. I mean, he flies out of the box. If you are not on in the infield, he's going to beat it out. I'm probably going to check this one out, but I guess not. Take a look at the play here. Bogaerts, he reads it well, comes in, but just kind of takes his time on the front end of that play, and Reimold puts it in the second, third, fourth gear and able to beat that one out.
Nolan Reimold, it's fun to watch him run. John Farrell is coming out. They want a challenge. So they're going to challenge the call at first base, or the umpires are being asked to take a look at it. And almost always the umpires will agree to look.
I think Nolan got that one.
Now Buck Showalter coming out to talk to the crew chief. That's Jeff Nelson. Jeff is the home plate umpire. So instead of using a challenge, they just went out and asked the umpires if they'd take a look at it. And they said yes. So the umpires, crew chief and the umpire involved, Corey Blazer down at first base in this case, will get on the headset and listen. Remember, it's got to be definitive. Call on the field was wrong.
I
don't think you can.
No way they can turn that over. Yeah.
Probably was safe anyway, but certainly so close. Not enough to overturn the ruling, but we'll see. And Bogaerts now knows how fast Nolan Reimold is.
Yeah.
And won't forget. We've seen Nolan do that to a number of infielders because he doesn't play that much, and they don't believe. I guess I'm sure they're told.
Yeah.
But until you see him go down the line, you really don't realize the speed with which he gets to first base.
Yeah, one of the fastest guys on the team. Big guy, can really stride it out. Works on his running. Works on his strength.
He's out. Whoa. Oh, my. The ruling that there was enough evidence on review to show the safe call on the field was wrong. Oh, man. And there's a break for the Red Sox. Side set down, still scoreless.
Was pitching good, but he had to leave early. Extended at bat from Ramirez, only going 4 1/3 with the groin strain. And the O's can't convert in the fifth. Runners at first and second, no outs. Great opportunity, but Rodriguez slams the door. Great defense by the Orioles middle infield. Flaherty to Hardy, on to Pierce. That is a textbook double play. Remember, Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. Chaz Rowe, take a look at his pitch arsenal. Just coming in from the Orioles bullpen. 61% fastball. Good fastball, too. Nice two-seam action. 39% breaking balls. The slider. .84 earned run average in 10 2/3. 12 punch-outs, just 3 walks for Chaz Rowe since being recalled. 162 overall opponent average. 67% ground ball. That's that good two-seam sinker that he throws.
And he gets the first pitch in for a strike as we go to the 7th inning. Orioles no runs, 3 hits. The Red Sox no runs, 5 hits. Each team has left 6 on base in the ball game. Neither team able to get a hit with a runner in scoring position. And Rowe's pitch will be outside. Bogaerts leading it off, bottom third of the order, a single and a walk. Reimold denied his first hit here in his return in this game, and what looked like an infield single. 1 ball, 1 strike count. It'll only add to the frustration Buck Showalter has. He was talking about it before the game, about how some of the calls that he's watched, not just against the Orioles, have just seemed to be so wrong.
Yeah, you just kind of wonder what is being looked at.
Yeah. 2 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way, and that one's going to be fouled off at the plate. 2-2. Chaz Rowe, 28-year-old veteran, originally a first-round selection. back by Colorado, 32nd overall in 2005. Last year acquired by the Yankees, and from Miami actually appeared for the Yankees at the major league level. 3 games. 2-2 delivery on the way, and whips that one into the seats the other way. So the Orioles having to rely on their bullpen here. McFarland went an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Gonzalez coming out early. Buck Showalter happy it was a day off yesterday for a rested Penn. And on the other side, John Farrell's going to have to go to the bullpen for Rodriguez sooner than later. 2-2 delivery. Look out. That one hit Rowe. Goes to Hardy. His throw, and not in time. Now Buck Showalter with the arms crossed comes to the top step as the fans obviously are booing after the last call on Reimold.
Yeah, nice try there by Chaz Rowe, but good job not giving up on the play by J.J. Hardy. And another bang play, and just because they ought to review that one.
And the home plate umpire's out there talking for some reason to Flaherty. I don't know. Flaherty may have been saying something to him. It wasn't Hardy. And now Buck Showalter comes out. All this time they're looking at the replay.
Oh, I think he's out.
That's the same as the other one, isn't it?
That one's worse, I think. They got to review that, don't they? Strong throw from Hardy. Gets himself in a good position to let it fly. And
it's always that question of when is the ball in control. So the umpires are going to look at this one. So we ended the last inning on a call at first base that was safe, reversed to out. Now we're going to get a review on this safe call, as Bogaerts will stand down there and wait. That's out.
Yeah, you see the glove of Pierce. Now I think it's hitting the back of the glove, and this one almost bends it back, so you can tell. And I reviewed the last inning. It didn't appear that the ball was in the back of the glove.
I'm 0 for 1, so I'm not going to say anything.
I know. We shouldn't, right? But it was a nice play by Hardy.
Great play.
Yeah, just kind of teaching you do not give up on the ball. And the deflection makes it very close. Bang.
Yeah. And again, that's why the rule matters, that the replay has to be conclusive that the call on the field was wrong. And I didn't think it was conclusive against Reimold, and I don't think it's really probably not conclusive here, but that there was that one angle that it certainly looked like he was out. This angle right here would seem to say ball and glove, foot not on bag.
Right. Toe still up in the air. And see Pierce timing that. Good job not to stretch too soon. It's a high throw, and he gets out there as far as he can.
There it is, rolling. Everybody quiet. Home plate umpire. Out at first base.
There you go. Great play by Hardy.
That'll go as a 1-6-3 since Rowe, it got a piece of him, but it hit him. And J.J. Hardy followed it up. So each of those plays gets overturned. How about that?
So it's even.
It's even. And that'll be foul back. My Betts. Mookie Betts has flied out twice. Like Reimold had a base hit. He lost his to end the inning. Bogaerts looked like he had a base hit to start the 7th, and he lost his. 0-1 delivery on the way. Good movement on that one. And an 0-2 count.
Good breaking ball there. Tesreau real hard to pick up. The loose arm, the long limbs. Got to decide which way is it going to go. Is it going to run back towards me, or is it going to break away? And it's tough to make those decisions that quickly. Rowe with a good fastball, 93, 94 miles an hour.
A 1-ball, 2-strike count on Betts. SWIHART waiting on deck. 1-2 delivery to him, and a swing and a miss.
Tries to do what he can to protect with 2 strikes, but this is a real good fastball. 94 miles an hour, too close to take, and it just beats Betts on the outside corner.
Ruling on that last call at first base overturned. What you really need in all of these is the manual that goes to the umpires that's in addition to the rule book. That's the one that defines a lot of situations. And the term that they use, the ball contacted the interior of the fielder's glove prior to the batter's runner touching first. That's the ruling they go by. So when we're talking about does the first baseman really have the ball, they go by does it touch the interior of the glove. And if it does before the runner's foot hits the bag, as happened in the Reimold case, then that's out. And in the case of Bogaerts, same thing.
Right.
Contacted the interior of the glove. Oh, Lordy. Here's the 0-2 delivery on the way, and a safety hack fouled off. So Rowe with a chance here for a 1-2-3 inning. Gonzalez retired the side in order in the first inning and then did not again before he came up. It's the only inning the Red Sox have been set down 1-2-3. SWIHART waiting on the 0-2, and that'll be up high.
Just a wasted pitch right there. Matt Wieters wanted to change some eye level. Calls for the high fastball, and Rowe making sure he gets it up there.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Swing and a miss. It is a 1-2-3. Rowe with a couple of strikeouts, 7th inning stretch time here at Camden Yards. A good one underway. Goose eggs. Against Rick Porcello. Our coverage on MASN 6:30 with those extra presented by Southwest, followed by game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN.
I'll take a look at Eduardo Rodriguez now out of the ball game. 6 strong innings though, only giving up the 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 7 punch outs, 102 pitches thrown for Rodriguez, and he was very impressive as advertised. Off to a very good start. Now it's time for the Jiffy Lube pitching change. It's time for a little relief for your car too. Visit Jiffy Lube for regular oil changes and help prevent damage and wear to your engine. Jiffy Lube, drive in today. Well, Matt Barnes now coming in out of the Red Sox bullpen. Take a look at his pitch arsenal this season. The fastball 72%, and it is a good one. 93 to 98. Breaking ball 19% of the time. The curve was the change as well. 2-0 with a 1.93. 12 punch outs, 5 walks in his 14 innings of work. This is a power arm. Opponent's hitting 300. Ground balls at 35%. Fly ball pitcher 65%. Only giving up 2 home runs though. I just like to get a couple fly balls.
Second stint with the Red Sox this year for Matt Barnes. 24. He'll turn 25 in a week. Another of the first rounders. This one 2011. He was 19th overall. Barnes on to pitch for Rodriguez. Bottom of the 7th inning. And the fastball at 95. Taken up high. Pierce has had a walk, hit into a double play. Orioles have had only 3 hits. Machado in the 1st inning. Wieters in the 4th inning. Both leadoff singles. And a leadoff single in the 5th inning by Hardy. Foul back. So it's a bullpen ball game right now. Barnes made his debut last season, 5 games with Boston. Came up from AAA. Worked 9 innings. Gave up 4 runs, 11 hits in the 9 innings worked in his first major league stint. And that fastball will be taken up high. Barnes last worked against Oakland. That was 3 days ago. Tommy Lane, the left-hander in the bullpen, as matchups become a part of the game now. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Pitch on the way. Looked pretty good but missed. And it's 3-1.
Nice take right there from Steve Pierce. I don't know if he was fooled on the pitch. Nice pitcher's pitch, but the changeup down and away, and takes it without a flinch.
Infield gives him the middle. Claim to pull. And that's on the outside corner. So a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes from Barnes. Pierce looking to get it going here. He's 5 for 14 against the Red Sox this season. Steve making the start at first base. 3-2 delivery to him, and he'll put it in the air to right. Back near the warning track. At the wall, and it'll hit halfway up. He was running. He goes into second base. A stand-up double. Ball kept carrying. Castillo had no play on it. And again, the Orioles get the leadoff man on.
Nice piece of hitting right there from Steve Pierce. 3-2 count. Barnes is a fastball pitcher. He loves it. So Pierce gears up for it. Located very well on the outside corner. 96 miles an hour. Pierce gets on it. Off the scoreboard. Right field wall. And he walks into second base. Nice way to start this inning for Pierce and the Orioles.
So 4 out of 7 innings the Orioles have had the leadoff man on. We are still scoreless. Orioles 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position tonight. J.J. Hardy coming up. Hardy's had a base hit and he has struck out. There are the numbers. Rodriguez leaving the ball game, still has not given up a hit with a runner in scoring position this year. 0 for 11 in 3 games. They play bunt at the corners. Hardy didn't show it, and he takes it for a strike.
Well, here again, you talk about that situation. You get a shot, runner at second base, and no outs. Are you willing to give up an out, try to get him over to third base, or take 3 shots at driving him in? And Buck hasn't done it a lot this year, bunting guys over from second base. And I don't blame him. Swing the bat. Take your chances there.
0-1 delivery. Hardy ground ball middle. That's going to be a base hit. Here comes Pierce. Up with the ball bats. Pierce back to third. He made the turn, and Bobby Dickerson with an outfield drawn in. Wisely held him up. Put the brakes on, and the Orioles come to the corners with nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there by J.J. Hardy. It's on the breaking ball. Pretty good breaking ball, too. Nice head position, driving it back through the middle. Pretty good effort by Pedroia. He knows runner at second base. You got to get 30. So he gets 30, but it sneaks by him. But check out Betts. That's how you close in on a ground ball to the outfield. And he shuts Pierce down. Nice defense there by the Red Sox. Nice hitting by the Orioles offense.
All right, let's see how the Red Sox play it. Scoreless game, 7th inning. Each team now with 5 hits. Infield in at first and third. Back at second and short, a double play depth. Pierce the lead runner. At third, Hardy at first. Ryan Flaherty. It gets away. Pierce will come in and score. And it is a 1-0 Orioles lead.
spike in the change. It looked like he gets away from SWIHART. And Pierce able to score easily. Slide in. Nice break for the Orioles. Yeah, the changeup gets down in the dirt. SWIHART can't slide over and get the body in front of it. And that costs the Red Sox, and the Orioles take the lead.
Wild pitch, second wild pitch of the year for Barnes. Now squaring Flaherty very early. Runner at second. Drops a beautiful bunt. It'll go to first and kept the bag. Napoli just. So a sacrifice will move Hardy over to third. Ryan Flaherty got her down.
Nice job by Ryan. His last at bat, he was asked to bunt too, and he wore one right in the ribs. So nice job staying in there, and a perfectly executed bunt, advancing Hardy over to third base, and he's getting the high fives and the knuckles from his teammates.
First sacrifice for Flaherty.
Placed perfectly, kills it out in front. Only play by the pitcher, and it's got to be done right, or Flaherty's going to be on base. Look at Pedroia. Good concentration there, catching the ball, keeping the foot on the base.
So now the infield will move in with only one away. Manny Machado, a base hit. He is 1 for 3. The Orioles get a chance to add another. A run in here in the 7th. Pitch will miss for a ball. So Barnes on, and the Orioles finally convert, getting a leadoff man on base. A double by Steve Pearce. 1-0 count. Machado will foul it back on the big swing, trying to drive it through against Barnes.
A nice cut there from Manny Machado. Good flat swing. Bat head stays through the zone. Very adept at hitting the high pitch because of such a great bat path. Not a lot of loop in that swing at all. Very direct with the bat head to the baseball.
Barnes, 1 ball, 1 strike count. Infield still in. Machado fouls that back. Barnes appearing in his 2nd game against the Orioles this year. First run Orioles have scored off him in 2 innings. Orioles had picked up a couple of hits and no runs previously. But Ryan Flaherty with the bunt sets up the chance for the Orioles to get their 2nd. As Hardy moves over to third. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Up in the air, but foul.
Well, he knows Manny likes that high pitch, so why not climb the ladder a little bit? 93 up and out of the strike zone. And Manny able to get a piece of and keep the at bat alive.
Big house. First of 3. 1-2 delivery on the way. Machado ground ball, runner not going. DOGAERTS will make the play over to first. Big out. So the drawn in infield works as Manny Machado grounds into the 2nd out of the 7th inning. Now they'll back it up, and Delmon Young will try and get him home. Delmon 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a fly ball out. 2 down, and Hardy at third base. Barnes' delivery will miss for a ball. It's kind of a ball game, obviously. Another run would look real big on that scoreboard.
That'll definitely make Buck Showalter feel a little bit more comfortable.
That'll be a strike taken. 1 ball and 1 strike. No run scored either team till here in the 7th. Barnes' delivery. Young will take that one inside. So Young will get ahead on the count. Delmon trying to pick up one of those all-important 2-out RBIs. Pitch on the way to him, and a ground ball foul. He got out in front of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, Barnes showing him a couple change-ups. Barnes primarily pretty proud of his fastball. Very aggressive with that pitch. He knows Delmon Young is a very dangerous hitter. Gets him out in front on the change.
Again, the 2-2. So Barnes takes it full. A 3-ball, 2-strike count on Young. Hardy with a base hit now at third. Full count delivery. And Young puts it in the air. Center field. Got a lot of it, but not enough to the deepest part of the ballpark. Betts goes back to haul it in. That'll do it. The Orioles will get a run. 2 hits. No errors. 1 left on base. 7 complete.
First and third after a Pierce double, Hardy single. Barnes lets loose a wild pitch, and Pierce able to score easily. Flaherty at the plate. And here's a look. Steve Pierce scoring the only run in this ball game for the Orioles.
So, defensive changes. David Lowe going to left field, and Reimold will move from left to right. Young comes out of the ball game. So Lowe will be batting in the number 2 spot in the lineup as we go to the 8th inning. So in a series, first 7 games, as we told you, dominated by home runs. 19 of them hit in the first 7 combined for these 2 teams. Only run to score in this game is a wild pitch. 2 outstanding starts. Gonzalez out with a groin strain after 4 1/3. And Rodriguez, who gave up nothing on 3 hits over 6 with 7 strikeouts and 3 walks. Pitch on the way, taken for a strike. Big inning right here because you got the top of the order. Chaz Rowe struck out 2 in the 7th. Retired the side in order. He gets Pedroia, Holt, and Castillo. Orioles get their closer ready, Zach Britton. Pedroia with the 0 for 3. Whoa, right under the chin. That'll bring Farrell out. Did it hit him?
Why is he coming out? Didn't get hit. Didn't get hit.
Boy, we've had some interesting go-tos in this game.
That's pretty scary. I mean, the fastball gets away, riding up and in. I don't know that you expect the manager to come out after a player that gets knocked down.
I think Farrell thought it hit him.
Yeah, I think everybody probably thought it hit him. Just a little too close for comfort right there. Wait a second. He's going down to first. So maybe it did hit him.
Buck Showalter's on his way out. Now, I didn't see the home plate umpire make that call originally. He says it skimmed him on the top of the hand. I don't think Pedroia thought it hit him.
No, I didn't either, but take a better look here. I was looking more in the head area, but
they're gonna look at this.
Hard to tell. Really hard to tell.
So we go to New York. Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, home plate umpire, has had an interesting night to say the least. That angle, I would say no. The ball didn't seem to move at all, as though it were redirected. That angle, maybe. But maybe it's not enough. And I don't know. Now I don't know what the original call was.
I know.
It had to be that it hit him.
Yeah.
But he's going down, and hit by a pitch is the call. Wow. You saw the home plate umpire, Jeff Nelson, while the manager was out there, looked to first base as though he was asking for help on this. Did it get the knuckles here? Not. I don't think so on that angle.
Yeah, really hard to tell.
So it's going to be a hit batter. We'll put Pedroia on the leadoff batter here in the 8th inning.
I think he might shake his hand or something if it hit him.
Yeah, I don't think he ever made a move that way.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, leadoff man on. Let's see how this goes with Holt up. Orioles playing bunt, Machado in at third base. Brock Holt did not show bunt on that pitch. Let's see if he's going to go to it here. Machado and the Orioles think so. Now Machado will back up a couple of steps. Holt, one sacrifice in the year, swinging, and didn't get a real good cut at that delivery from Rowe. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Holt, a real good hitter. Obviously, the hole now opened up with Pedroia at first base. Machado still honoring the bunt, moving off the line a little bit, and he can still do a lot of things from there. We've seen him throw guys out at second base on bunt plays.
1-1, Machado still in. Pedroia back to the bag. Nope, Jazz Rowe having his work cut out for him right here, trying to prevent the advancement of that runner. First hit batter Rowe has had, and foul back. The Orioles obviously with Holt swinging, looking for that ground ball, get that double play. 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Keeping that fastball away, doesn't really want to give him anything he can potentially hook over there in the hole. A couple good pitches. Let's see it down in the zone, maybe get that ground ball double play. A little dangerous when you get it up.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Machado, of course, back now. 1-2 delivery, and that's way up high. And the count goes to 2-2. Yunichi Tazawa, setup man for the Red Sox in the bullpen. Orioles getting a run in the 7th inning, scoring it on a wild pitch after a leadoff double by Pierce. Hardy a single to move him up. Flaherty sacrifice, and then the wild pitch. 2-2. And that misses.
Well, Matt really tried hard to settle it down into the strike zone. The high slider brought it back into his body, but unable to get the call.
Castillo waiting on deck, then it would be Ortiz. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Pedroia at first. Not a big lead, not running, and that will be fouled back. Just a real good ball game here with 3 reviews. Interesting ones. Like Showalter's used his challenge in the 7th inning. Of course, 7th inning on, you can ask the umpires to look at it. Look at anything you want. They'll do it. Pitch up high again. Well, that advances the runner. Potential tying run down to second. Potential go-ahead run now on at first base. 3rd walk the Red Sox have picked up in the ballgame. On Thursday, Orioles catcher Caleb Joseph will be signing autographs, meeting fans from 11 until noon at the official Orioles team store in the York Galleria. Don't miss your chance to meet Caleb. Browse with the latest Orioles gear on hand. That's going to be Thursday, 11 to noon. The official team store, York Galleria. For more info, OriolesReach.com. 2 on and nobody out. And as so often happens, Rusney Castillo, who did not start the game, ends up coming up in a big situation. Hanley Ramirez was in the spot, fouled the ball off his knee and had to come out of the game. So Castillo, in his place, takes the strike. He had an at bat in the 5th inning and flied out.
And you know they're going to let Castillo swing the bat. Power hitter. Not a very big guy, but certainly the ability to swing the bat and drive runs in. Came over from Cuba, and the Red Sox were able to land him for a big deal. That 7-year, $70 million or something like $72.5 million.
Oh, what's $1 or $2 million for heaven's sake?
So they're not going to probably ask him to bunt. Why would they do that?
Castillo playing in his 16th game, a home run, 4 RBIs. His only extra base hit has been that 1 home run. Take a look, a no-hitter. Chris Heston. How about that versus the Mets? 9 innings, gave up nothing, no walks, had 11 strikeouts, but he hit batters, 3 of them. So that's why it's not a perfect game. Bunt, everybody in. He did bunt. Wieters, third, got him. Matt Wieters makes the play on Pedroia to get the lead runner.
All right, great play. Orioles setting up their defense, not anticipating the bunt, but you have a Gold Glove catcher up and out of there like a cat. Pretty well placed, but doesn't get the distance. Look at the big guy move with the force out on Dustin Pedroia. Nice play by the Orioles defense. Gold Glove catcher Matt Wieters.
So the Orioles trying to maintain the lead, but Showalter will match it up. Good hand for Chaz Rowe. And Zach Britton once again being asked to go more than 3 outs to finish a ball game. Ortiz coming up.
Ball game, and he has been filthy his last 9 appearances. No earned runs allowed, 8 saves, no walks, no runs given up. Zach Britton has been on top of his game. Why? Well, it's that dominating fastball. 88% usage with that pitch. Mid-90s, incredible sink. Also has a nasty breaking ball 12% of the time. But there you go, 15 saves in his 16 opportunities, 196 earned run average. And lefties just at 158. And righties up to 246.
And here is David Ortiz, 2 on and 1 down. And Ortiz will take the pitch for a strike. See the inherited runners, 7 out of 7 stranded. Ortiz over the years has had good numbers. Against Zach Britton, he is 5 for 13 with a home run, a .385 average. There are the base runners, second base Holt, fielder's choice, Castillo on at first. Infield, in the shift, but in a double play position, so not back deep. Britton's delivery will be outside. Ortiz a base hit, 1 for 3. Orioles have the 1-0 lead. 1 for 9 for the O's, 0 for 6. with runners in scoring position tonight for the Red Sox. Britton to the belt. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Ortiz, big cut on top of the sinker, rolls it foul.
Can't do a lot with that pitch, and David Ortiz cheating to get to that 95-mile-an-hour fastball and still gets on top and fouls it away.
Ortiz carries the 5th lowest batting average in the American League on the road. This year he is the 2nd lowest batting average among DHs. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Here's Britton's delivery. Ortiz takes it up and in. Count goes 2-2. So Rowe worked an inning and a third, a walk, 2 strikeouts, a hit batter, and responsible for the 2 runners on. Two ball, 2 strike count. Wieters moves in and down, and that's where it was, and again on top of it.
A great pitch right there. Not many hitters do much with the fastball when it's down from Britton. If he gets hurt, it's usually elevated, flattens out, stays on the same plane, down. Incredible movement, late movement in the zone.
Britton worked on the 5th at Cleveland, got the save. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Only 1 away. Ortiz takes it and he's gone.
Those fans really loving this. Big time hitter, big time closer in a huge situation, and Zach Britton wins this battle. It is a high fastball, but so hard to pick it up with that short arm action, and then it just explodes out of the hand. Big second out for the Orioles and Zach Britton.
Zach went an inning and 2/3 on the 4th of this month against Houston, picking up a save. His longest outing of the year. Buck Showalter turning to him now again to go the same distance. Here is Napoli. There are 2 down. 1 for 3, a base hit. Napoli will take the pitch inside for a ball. Napoli 1 for 7 with the 2 strikeouts against Zach Britton. 1-0 lead, 8th inning. Delivery to Napoli and a big cut. 96, 1-1.
Napoli selling out on the fastball. Hey, that's a fly, but good velocity there. Get it by him.
He's not had much of an average off lefties, 222, but he has hit 4 of his 9 home runs against left-handers. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Britton's gas down to 3rd. Foul ball. Foul ball.
Nice job by Manny making sure. Complete the play here. Very close. The chopper down the line. Very close to catching that chop, but Manny just to make sure steps on 3rd base. Boy, it looked like it might have caught some chalk, but kicked the foul side of 3rd base.
Chris Guccione, 3rd base umpire on that one. 1-2. Holt, Castillo, the base runners. And Wieters will go out to make sure.
And Matt might say, listen, Zach, I know haven't been around for a while, but probably shouldn't want to shake me off here in this situation.
Done to it.
Making sure they're on the same page here.
Barnes, who gave up the run in the 7th. Pitcher of record for the Red Sox. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Britton's delivery to him and a swing and a miss. Got him to chase away. Britton comes on with 2 strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 are left on. Bottom of the 8th. Orioles up 1-0. For the Orioles tonight, not a lot of hits. They've had to make them count. Machado got one in the first inning. Orioles left some people on and then came through with the Pierce leadoff double that would result in the Orioles run. And the Orioles hoping that will be enough in this ball game as they lead it going to the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Tazawa now in the ball game, one of the better setup men in all of baseball. 60% fastball, still rushes it up there pretty good. 92 to 96. Breaking ball has a curve and a slider 19% of the time, but the change is a nasty split finger. Very good pitch for him. So a live fastball and the finishing pitch, the change. 146 earned run average, 25 punch outs, just 5 walks for Tazawa. An overall average at 193. Now righties down to 132, but look at the lefties up to 286. 42% of his outs by way of ground ball. Most of his outs up in the air, 58%.
The Orioles will try and add on to it here in the bottom half of the 8th inning with Jones, Wieters, and Davis. For Adam Jones, a walk. He has grounded out, struck out, 5-game hit streak, maybe on the line with this at bat. Now 12 for 31 against the Red Sox this year with a home run, 7 RBIs. He's had pretty good success against Tazawa. 3 hits, 11 at bats. Orioles have seen a lot of Junichi Tazawa with all these games played against Boston. He's in a lot of them. Jones will put that one up in the air back and out of play.
Tazawa's been really tough. Great success here since coming over to the Red Sox. Good fastballs actually close some games for them. I like him in this setup role with Uehara sealing the deal at the end of ball game. So pretty good 1-2 combination for the Red Sox, the back end of the bullpen.
0-1 count on Adam. And he'll foul that one back. Adam, with his hot streak, has moved back into the top 10 in batting average. Came into the game ranked 7th, just behind Dustin Pedroia. And he's also up there now in 8th place in hits in the American League. Prince Fielder leading with 80 coming into the day. Adams got 66. He's got Kuba. You don't tinker much with Adam Jones. 0-2 delivery, swung on and missed. Tazawa backed off on it, and the putout made. One away in the 8th. Latest voting numbers in for the 15 All-Star game. Several O's in the running. Vote for Adam Jones, Manny Machado. Rest of your favorite birds at Orioles.com/vote-orange. You could earn ticket discounts, plus the chance to win an autographed All-Star game jersey. You can vote up to 35 times each valid email. It's Orioles.com/vote-orange. All voting being done online this year. No more of the ballots at the ballpark. And a foul back. Matt's had a base hit, struck out twice. Though Matt Wieters will try and get to him. He's 3 for 7 off Tazawa. Tazawa's appearing against the Orioles this season for the 3rd time. He's done well against them. 3 1/3 innings, a run on 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. There's that off-speed pitch that'll just miss.
A slow curve. He started to mix in the breaking balls a little bit more to the right-handed hitters. He's always been primarily the fastball splitter type pitcher, but he's had to mix things up a little bit. That last pitch to Adam Jones was a little slider, probably expecting the splitter.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery, and a big cut by Matt. Count goes to 1-2. Another one falling off the table. Chris Davis waiting on deck here in the 8th. The Red Sox, Sandoval, Bogaerts, and Betts will be due up in the top of the 9th inning. Tazawa. Infield shifted, playing him to pull. 1-2. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Red Sox have been shut out 4 times this year. Orioles have 2 shutouts to their credit. 2-2 delivery to Wieters in the dirt. So Matt able to work it to a 3 ball, 2 strike count from Tazawa.
Pretty impressive how Matt Wieters cannot be in major league action for over a year and still look as calm and poised in the box. No rush at all, seeing balls very well.
Full count pitch to him, and he'll put it in the air left field. Holt has it. Wieters retired, and there are 2 down in the 8th inning. Each team 5 hits, number of chances, 8 left on base Boston, 7 for the Orioles. Davis 0 for 3 in the game. With 2 down and the base is empty. Shift is on. Sandoval, the 3rd baseman, goes over to play 2nd. Chris 1 for 7 off Tazawa, a home run. Down the line, Holt in fair territory makes the catch. So buckle them up, sports fans. We go to the 9th inning. Can the Orioles maintain the 1-0 lead and shut out the Red Sox? We're about to find out. To you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by Royal Farms. Royal Farms ATMs are surcharge free. Get your cash for nothing. Bank or credit card fees may still apply. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick, a 1-0 lead for the Orioles. 28,460 on hand. Zach Britton looking to pick up a save in the ball game. He has had 3 occasions this year where he's gone more than an inning to get a save. Houston, Yankees, and Tampa Bay. He's 3 for 3 in those games in picking up the save. Well, he's trying to make it 4 for 4. Sandoval 0 for 3 in the ball game. Bogaerts and then Betts 6, 7, 8 in the Red Sox lineup. 0-1 delivery up the middle. I got it.
Nice play, Zach Britton. Boy, has he come a long way defensively. Now, granted, that is a reaction play. But Zach Britton's been in the tightest ball games ever, and he still manages to make fine defensive plays. There's no panic. And here, the comebacker, not as hard as it appeared, off the label a little bit, but still a nice reaction play by Britton to record that first out.
And you've got to be in defensive position, right, if you're going to make that play.
Absolutely. You have to finish and get yourself in a good position to react and see the ball.
Zach's only blown save came against the Red Sox. Bogaerts, a single, a walk, grounded out on an outstanding play on a 1-6-3 that got reviewed and overturned, and the pitch by Britton is in there for a strike. Bogaerts 1 for 4, a lifetime off Britton. For Zach against the Red Sox this season, 3rd game, 1 for 2 in save opportunities, a run on 2 hits in 2 innings pitched. And Britton will get a new baseball on a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Zach has had only 1 blown save against Boston in his career. 1-1 delivery on the way. That's low, scoots through. And the count will go to 2-1.
Well, you know, hitters are up there thinking they've got to get it going. Zach Britton's been aggressive in the strike zone. We talked about last 9 appearances, hasn't walked anybody, so he's throwing strikes, he's pounding the zone. You got to get geared up because that short arm delivery, the ball gets on you, seems much quicker. He's throwing 95, 96 miles an hour.
Got that one in, late swing, Pierce, and he'll get to the bag for the 2nd out. 2 down, 9th inning.
Nice play right there by Steve Pierce. Every night you come in, it's like, where's Waldo? Where's Steve Pierce? Is he in left field, first base, second base, right field, everywhere?
So the Orioles, after a win in the opener of this 3-game set, need 1 more out. 28,460. Betts has flied out twice and he has struck out. Has faced Britton only once, 0 for 1. Taking, it is there for a strike. On delivery to Betts, swing and a miss. 0-2.
It's like a 95-mile-an-hour split finger fastball. I mean, it just drops a foot right when it gets to the plate. Unbelievable pitch.
To delivery on the way, and that'll be inside. Orioles looking to go up 5-3 in the season series against Boston. Pick up a shutout, which would be the team's 3rd. Red Sox would be shut out for the 5th time. 1-2 delivery by Britton, and that's fouled off. Count will stay at 1-2. Orioles are 8-9 in one-run ball games this year. The Red Sox are 9-7. A wild pitch scored Steve Pearce. 7th inning for the only run. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And another one just fouled off.
Great pitch, too. 96 down at the bottom of the zone.
Betts has struck out only 31 times. He's drawn 19 walks. Again, the 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball just missed up high. He had Betts set up 2-2.
Yeah, he did. His breaking ball has been pretty good this year. I mean, obviously the great fastball, but on the rare occasion he flips it in there. It's been quality. This one he just leaves up. If it's buried, the game might be over.
7th pitch of the at bat, trying to end it. 2-2 delivery. 3-2. John Farrell's team, 3-game win streak on the line. The Orioles trying to get their 27th win. (3-2) delivery, and he walked him. So Betts with a quality at bat keeps this ball game alive. He'll get down to first base. 2 down. SWIHART, the catcher, he's had a double and 3 times to the plate. Will stand in against Britton. And the fans will stay standing.
And you wonder, are the Red Sox going to try to be aggressive here and try to get Betts in the scoring position, their best base stealer?
24 pitches thrown by Britton. Came in the 8th. To get 2 outs. Great start to this 3-game set. Exciting baseball. The offense is stymied by good pitching. Big lead at first. Gigantic lead. And the pitch taken inside for a strike. That's one of the biggest leads I've ever seen over there.
Yeah, he was out beyond the cut. I mean, typically guys take their lead in this area. He's way out in the air, so he's extending. It might be a one-way lead. Just put a little pressure on Britton. Yeah. Maybe get him thinking about it.
I mean, look at that lead. How can he get back to the bag? 0-1 delivery. Britton concentrating on the hitter. And it's 0-2. So again, 1 strike away from ending it. Well, he could.
You know, I really do think he's just taking the one-way lead in hopes that he can kind of get in Britton's head a little bit, force an errant throw.
Found where he can go, which is a long way off, and still get back. 0-2 count, delivery, grounded foul. Somehow able to get a piece of that.
Yeah, don't know how. That's nasty, down and in, 95 miles an hour. Better shorten up on the bat, choke up a little bit, try to get as much bat control as you can have to get the bat head to the baseball, because it's moving all over the place.
Oh, 2 count, ground ball, short, Hardy, second, and that's the ball game. So Zach Britton comes on to get it done, needing 5 outs, and for the 4th time works more than an inning to pick up the save, and the Orioles get a 1-0 shutout of the Red Sox, each team with 5 hits in the ball game. And the Orioles are now 5-3 against Boston in the season series.